It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, called Saget, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yeah, here we go. Hello, and happy Thursday. Welcome to the KVJ Show. What is going on this morning, Virginia?
What is going on?
No, not too much. Not too much.
What you doing?
What
Where's
do you mean?
the bird?
I don't know. Is he busy getting his suit on, ready for the show? Is that what's going on with him?
I haven't seen him.
Well, it takes a little bit longer to get ready when you wear a suit. So that's one of the downsides of his wardrobe.
Oh, here he
Yeah,
comes.
there he is. Looking nice.
Wow.
Had some fashion issues this morning. Couple wardrobe malfunctions.
Now
Well, look at you. You pulled it together.
You're doing these suits this week, like Suits, and Suits is dressing as you. It's like Freaky Friday going on here.
You've taken a negative and turned it into a positive. You guys lost Do It Bitch earlier in the week, and the punishment, we thought it was a punishment,
It's not a punishment, Virginia.
was to switch clothes
a
with your
gift.
partner.
Yeah.
And I was thinking I was going to lose and somebody was going to have to wear a dress. Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
These two lost, and they've been doing it ever since.
Look, I think I would have rocked that dress even better.
So are you wearing Suits' suits, or are you wearing your own suits?
Today is a suits feature. Yesterday was a bird feature. As you can tell, this is a little bit more tailored to my body. Yesterday, it looked like I was
Old man in a sack.
Yeah, it looked like I needed to be behind a bridge somewhere.
Okay. So it's on point today.
Yeah, me and Suits have the same we have the same dimensions, oddly.
Okay.
Yeah, we're wearing the same type of suits.
Yeah. Okay.
It's weird.
It's nice. Who's tying your ties? You
That
doing
would be no, it would not be. It'd be Suits.
Okay.
I can't tie it. I'm a clip-on man. You know that.
Oh, okay. I'm a clip-on guy. You know we roll. All right. Welcome to the KVJ Show. We're on right now on YouTube. You can go and look for the KVJ Show, and you can find us right there. Got a lot of fun stuff coming up here on the show. I believe we got another round of Peliculas en la radio again today.
Oh, see.
Yes. We know that we have a bilingual audience and also people that are trying to learn languages listening to our show. So we provide for you a movie and we reenact it in both Spanish and English.
Oh, and y'all keep it sexy.
Yeah.
I felt like last week's read was real sexy.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I was over here just panting.
And I'm going to be a little better this week.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be better.
Okay.
My pacing's going to be better.
Okay. Jaybird also has been getting a lot of odd items left at his house from listeners, and yesterday might have topped the list. We'll let you know what that was coming up.
It's up there.
Yeah, up to 7:40 for that.
I was surprised by how many visitors you get.
Yeah, a lot of people have my address. Because I know that for a fact because they texted, "Hey, Bird, here's your address," right? I'm like, oh.
Yep, got it.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Got it.
Maybe you're too approachable.
I got to dial it back.
Daddy's got some jokes just before 8 o'clock with the joke jury. We're doing a little kid or drunk adult at about 8:10, and then we'll get your confessions coming up at 8:30. So we got a lot to do on today's KVJ Show.
Thinking about what are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about what are you thinking about?
What you thinking about today, Jaybird?
Well, I'm excited because Virginia's going out of town. That means Panda is going to be ready to do some stuff. Although he does have Rocco with him.
He does, but when I go out of town, Panda's mother steps up a lot and helps him. So if Panda wants to play, Grandma will watch Rocco, and Panda's totally got the green light to play because Grandma can't wait to get her hands on Rocco.
I've already booked one Kevin Panda Sinicki for a Saturday morning. We're going to that Lake Park Rust Market. It's this weekend. I love this thing. If you are like me, you like to buy old garage sale type things, all vintage, old stuff. It's actually not just vintage. It's people sell all kinds of stuff there.
So I know he's bringing Rocco to that.
Okay, cool.
Because Rocco loves toys and the vintage toys and all that, like his dad.
That's a great family event.
But then after that, you guys should call Grandma and see if she wants to babysit so the boys can play.
Is Panda listening right now, you think?
No, he's probably just getting Rocco up. So he's not in the car yet.
He stopped listening.
You can't take it.
But I do know we have KVJ Nation's always asking when this thing is. It's this Saturday in Lake Park. It's right by Kelsey Vintage Theater. It's a very fun event. Denny's wife, Jen, is going to have a booth there.
She sells pottery.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. She sells the most beautiful pottery, Kevin. She gave me these bowls, cereal bowls,
Yeah.
and they have quickly become my favorite cereal bowls in my whole entire collection. I pride myself on a good bowl.
Yeah, she's massively talented. I saw some of her work when I went over to Denny's house one time, and I was like, wow, she's really good.
Yeah, if you have a hippie-like spirit, this is your kind of event. It's very,
Yeah. It's good stuff.
A little pot smoking.
I never said that.
You're going to walk up. It's going to be like a haze in the air.
I never said anything about little.
What you think about today, Virginia?
Well, I wanted to ask your opinion. Am I a selfish bee?
Yes.
So this weekend, I'm going to Texas. I'm going to be out of town because I'm going to go check on my mom. My sister and I made this plan, a couple of months ago. We haven't seen my mom since before COVID. And I like to go to Texas and check on her like twice a year because she's on medication. We got her put on all this bipolar medication, and she has all these new things, relatively new, like in the past, 5 years that she's had to start doing. But the thing with people that are bipolar, sometimes they'll stop taking their meds and they won't tell you. They'll stop going to the doctor and they won't tell you. So you kind of have to go and hang out with them and see what's going on to be able to make sure everything is functioning properly.
Yeah, I need to see your eyes.
Yes, I need to look in your eyes. I need to also talk to your husband and ask him how it's all going because he only calls me when the S-bomb has hit the fan.
Okay.
But I would like to, be a little more proactive than that and maybe, talk to him before the S-bomb hits the fan.
Okay.
So we're going this weekend, me and my sister, to go do all that.
Sister.
And then on my flight back, so the returning flight is San Antonio to New Orleans and then New Orleans to Florida.
Okay.
So I have an hour and a half layover in New Orleans with my sister. And we were going to stop in the airport. The airport there is great now. They've really jazzed it up with the food and the restaurants.
That's awesome.
They've tricked out the New Orleans airport with great, amazing local food. So we were going to stay there and get some food. And then you told me earlier in the week, Kevin, you were like, hey, we're taking off Monday because it's a holiday. And I was like, oh, we're taking off Monday.
MLK, yeah.
So it's MLK on Monday. And I was just thinking, why don't I stay that extra day in New Orleans?
Okay.
So when we get there and my layover on Sunday happens, I just stay and then I fly back on Monday instead of Sunday. I looked at the flights.
Yeah.
There's a flight on Monday for $40.
Get out of here.
From New Orleans to Florida on Monday. Same time I would have been flying in on Sunday, but just switching it to Monday.
It's just too perfect.
I mean, it kind of is perfect, but then I'm sticking Panda with the kids for an extra day.
He'll be all right. I'll
think he'll
take
be
care of him.
Yeah?
This is one of those moments where I'm glad I'm forgetful. I forgot we had Monday off, so I got excited twice.
How great is that, huh?
Great.
Yeah.
Monday off, bruh.
That's amazing.
You just rebooted the joy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not bad for wanting to stay and
No,
have
not at all.
I never get to go to New Orleans by myself anymore, it
Right.
seems. We're always there. The kids are there, and I can have an adult day in New Orleans.
Yeah. Your husband will love the extra day without you.
You would. You're a lone traveler. You don't mind that.
I love to travel alone.
Yeah.
I get off on it, actually. I really think it's fun. I've been this way since I was young. When I was 17, I used to go to New York City by myself, and I loved it.
She has so much energy on a road trip, and that's why she's by herself.
Geez, yeah.
She laps every oh my gosh, Witch, we get it. Okay, fine. Walk 9 more blocks.
All right, so you're going to tell Panda for me that I'm staying an extra day?
I will absolutely deliver him the great news.
This is great.
Yeah. See how it worked out there, Virginia?
I love this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Well, this seems like it really should be a no-brainer, but wouldn't you like to know if you're about to take a swim in poo water?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I would think so. Well, right now in Florida, it doesn't necessarily work out that way. Now, the Florida Department of Environmental Protection says that nearly 9,000 miles of streams and rivers designated for recreation here in the state are impaired by fecal bacteria.
Just ain't right. It ain't right.
It is what you think. They say that swimming or wading in contaminated water can cause a host of illnesses and infections, including gastrointestinal distress, rashes, and eye irritation.
Kevin always bringing in some gross stats about water and ice.
Yeah, you got to watch it, man. You got to watch it.
Well, Kevin doesn't want you in poo.
No.
He's trying to help.
Clean water is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Yeah, we all need to fight for it. Now, if you don't know, just even untreated storm water or leaks from aging or poorly functioning sewage treatment plants. You know, Fort Lauderdale's had all those nightmare issues with pipes bursting, leaking septic tanks, and all those kind of things. It starts to run off and then get in the water that you're out there paddleboarding in. So the Florida legislature enacted the Clean Waterways Act of 2020, but it didn't necessarily have anything to really make sure that we know that we're in this kind of poo-filled water. So they got a new proposal now called the Safe Waterways Act that would issue health advisories and make sure that they post signs if they have a body of water that has fecal bacteria in it. So it's not right now a proposal, so you don't necessarily have to post it. But this Safe Waterways Act would. I think it makes complete sense, right?
Totally, yeah. I want to know what the poo count is.
But this story just makes me realize my whole life I've been involved in water and poop at some point. You can't avoid it.
That's just it.
Yeah,
and
you can't.
You may really not even know some of these waters that you go wading in, paddleboarding in, swimming in, whatever you do, that it has got high levels of fecal bacteria. Next thing you know, you got an eye rash and you don't know why.
Oh, that is why you won't
That's
see.
messed up.
I won't go in public pools anymore. I won't do it. I won't go in at my old apartment place. It was so gross in the jacuzzi. It would have the bubbles up there, but then it had like this film, kind of like this gross thing that would collect on top of the bubbles.
I've seen, if you even see that in little canals or waterways, sometimes the intercoastal, and you're like, it just doesn't look right. When it looks like it's that whole patch of bubbled up, whatever it is, like, what is going on there, man? And you're paddleboarding nervously beside it. Yeah, what is that? Yeah, if you'd like more information on the Safe Waterways Act, it's the number 2 nofl.org for more information. We just got to make sure that that is something that gets past the Safe Waterways Act, because I would like a sign to say, hey, you're about to paddleboard in poo water. I might be like, you know what, let's skip that and go get a burger.
Yeah, you know what, I'd like to vote on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to vote.
Yes. The more you know. I got some random questions here for you, and since Jaybird is in a suit and looking so fashionable here today,
Thank you, Kevin.
I thought I would ask you guys, what is a recent fashion trend that you can't stand that you've seen? There's all kinds of things that are always out there. What is a recent fashion trend that you can't stand?
Girls doing the duck lips things with the injections, making them all plump and looking over the top. I know the ladies think it looks good. A lot of dudes don't. A lot of other people don't think it looks good.
You can do it subtle, and that's the difference. I don't think like those girls that get the duck lips that are just all blown up and weird. Like, I did it. Mine don't look weird, do they?
So, Kevin, I was wondering, what are we doing in the 8 o'clock hour for?
Look at my lips.
Gotcha.
Do they look weird?
No, you're fine. The only time you look weird is right after a procedure. You look like, sometimes, you look like you're very surprised for about 4 days. And then it morphs back to normal.
It settles in.
It settles, yes.
Yeah. Takes a minute.
If it's done right, your lips, people shouldn't notice that you've had them done. They should just look good and beautiful and supple, but not overdone.
Well, my issue is people that do stuff that don't need stuff done. What are you doing? You're not happy with yourself. Sometimes. I know people get mad if you go against plastic surgery.
How do you guys feel about the Crocs? Thumbs up or thumbs down on those?
Up.
Thumbs down.
We will crock you all day long. Give it to me.
Okay. All right. Angie said, what about scrunchies?
Love them. I use them now.
Oh, okay.
I'm a
yeah.
scrunchy girl.
Yeah. And probably the number one answer that everybody's going to say, Babsy, those pants hanging off the butt, just awful. Not a big fan of those. Okay. So some people's thoughts on the worst fashion trend.
Do you have something that you can't that annoys you?
When it comes to fashion, I don't know, the kind of like what you had said are some of the things that I find to be kind of annoying. But yeah, there's nothing, hey, look the way you want to look. I do question the Crocs. Are some things that I don't know if I would do, and maybe I would do the Crocs. I don't know. There is some stuff, probably what I don't like at all is how they overcharge for some of these ridiculous items. The nerve of Kanye West and what he's charging for some of that Yeezy brand stuff is ridiculous. I just can't even believe that. My son got a pair of these shoes. I don't even know. I think they're Air Forces or something like that is what they're called. But he's so concerned about putting a crease in the toe of them. And you have to watch. You can't bend over in these things. It restricts your movement. And so when he walks like he's 80 now because he's walking on his heels to avoid creasing his shoes. I'm like, it seems like a silly thing to me, doesn't it?
Very silly.
Okay, so that's kind of, if there's anything about fashion that gets me, because look, I love going to places and buy. If I spend over $20 for a shirt, I'm a little bit like, I don't know, man, that's a lot of money.
I gotta tell you, you gotta go to Old Navy.
Well, you know what? I go to Express, the outlets. I go to Zara's. I go to the H&Ms and things like that. But you can find, to me, even like a Forever 21, they'll have. I think I got this jacket for maybe like $9.
If you are a smaller size, which you are, you can find great deals at H&M, Zara, Forever 21. Like, because you have that great body type right now that you can just pull that off.
Do they have a store Forever Oddly Shaped? Because that's what I would like to kind of.
Forever Eggman.
Forever, not really any kind of shirt fits me right.
He's shaped like an AirPod.
Even when I am sort of in shape, it doesn't fit me right.
So I think probably just the fashion trends I don't like is, and look, when I shop at these places and spend $20 on a shirt, I'll see a place that's a $200 shirt. And to me, I can't see any difference. So that to me is what's ridiculous, is how some clothing items are so ridiculously overpriced and people scramble to put them on, and it looks no different than a $5 shirt I get. That's it, rant over.
Get them.
There are bargains to be found in every store. You just have to hunt.
Is that true?
That is true.
There's been some of those art gallery stores that have 4 paintings in there. They're all $9 million.
But everybody eventually has a sale.
Okay.
If they don't move their inventory, even like the fancy places eventually put some stuff on sale, and so you can go and find deals.
Yeah.
You just got to be a hunter.
Like, I really like Lululemon stuff. But if you go shop their regular stuff, it's ridiculous, the prices on some of those things. And then they have a bargain rack, and it's usually oddly colored. And so that's the stuff. When you see me, people are like going, Kevin spilled bleach on his shirt? Well, that's a bargain rack, Lululemon.
Magnolia loves Lululemon, and there are tricks to getting discounts at Lululemon, but I'm telling you right now, that stuff is way overpriced.
That is so bizarre. For at least 5 years, I thought Lululemon was a cookie store, and then I found out it's fashion, right?
Yeah, it is. It's kind of athletic apparel.
Okay, yeah.
Workout gear.
Yeah, no,
way overpriced.
Yeah.
$100 for a pair of leggings.
See, I just thought they were overpriced cookies, but it's overpriced clothing.
Yeah, that's what it is. What would you say is something that's a little broken in your house? You can walk through my entire house and everything is a little broken. The drawer that you pull the silverware out of, if you pull it on the right side of the handle, it'll pop out, and we have a stick that we stick through there to kind of like keep it going. So the trick is you have to open it from the left. It's the same thing with the freezer door. If you open it from the right side, it rips the handle off. We've got, every toilet has got its own little trick. There's a dance you got to do to make sure that it flushes correctly. So yeah, everything in my house right now is a little broken.
What's broken in my house? Let me see.
Just a little. It kind of functions, but you got to know just how to treat it right.
Me.
Okay.
Oh, damn. Let's get into it. Tell us, Jay-Bird, who broke you?
Me.
Can we fix you?
My worst enemy.
How can we put you back together, Humpty Dumpty?
I was just making. You call me fat?
Do you have anything, Virginia, that's a little broken in your house?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. In Magnolia's bathroom, half of her drawer handles have all popped off, so it looks pretty ghetto in there. I would say my bedroom door is barely hanging on. The knob is like Rocco did something to it. I don't know what he did. It's barely hanging on.
Yeah.
All of my old windows, if you push on them, I feel like you could fall out.
Okay.
They are rickety AF.
Gotta get that BNT over.
I know. BNT, phase 3, let's go.
Yeah. Okay. What did you do when you thought you were dying? Have you ever been in a situation where you thought, this is it, this is curtains?
Yeah, over Christmas break.
What did you do?
No, I've thought this many times. I've driven to the hospital twice thinking I had a heart attack.
Oh, wow.
And both times, sir, you're having a panic attack.
Oh, man.
And then the second time, they gave me this anxiety medicine, and it was like truth serum. I calmed it down. It was as if they gave me 9 shots of alcohol. I was like, yeah, let me tell you about my ex-girlfriend. Here's what's going on, guys. And then I noticed there's 9 nurses in there by the time I left. They were just eating everything up I was saying. I was just spilling it all.
Oh, because you're entertaining. I would go in to listen too, but you got to listen to what this guy's saying.
You gotta go. God, the guy in room number 3 is spilling the beans.
I have no idea what I know parts of what I was saying, but I don't know the details in between. It was weird.
Yeah. I remember the one time I thought it was a good idea to try to swim to Peanut Island and back, and I swam out to Peanut Island, because the tide wasn't out. When I
The
was coming
current
back,
was working with you.
Yeah, and then it was just the opposite when I was coming back, and I was swimming against it. I'm like, this is going to whisk me down to Cuba. I'm like, it's over, baby. And I remember I was clinging onto a buoy with the barnacles on it, getting all cut up. And I was there with my dumb drunk buddy, and I'm like going, you gotta tell everybody that I love them and this and that. He's like, shut up, man. He's like, what's wrong with you? But I was convinced it was curtains. Yeah, and amazingly, I got back. That was quite a day, though. You said, too, Jaybird, you had a friend that once recorded a goodbye video to his loved ones when he thought he was having a heart attack, and it turns out he had bad indigestion.
Yeah, he thought
He had gas.
He thought it was over.
Yeah.
Yeah, his family weren't there. He thought he wasn't going to make it.
Okay.
He got to the hospital, the ER. Like, yeah, it's indigestion.
And what about this? If you were panhandling, what would you write on your sign? There's always all kinds of clever little signs.
I like the ones that are honest, you know? I like the one that's like, yeah, I'm not going to pull your leg. I want money for beer.
Okay, so that would probably be the most convincing for you?
Yeah, I feel like if you start the deception, then you set stuff off karmically in the world.
I got what I put. I go, let me entertain you. I'll do anything for the money within reason. It's going to be a long slogan. It's a big sign.
How big is the sign?
It's big.
And furthermore,
By the way,
yeah, I wonder what would be a really effective panhandling sign. The beer one seems to work for some people.
voila, I need a beer.
Why lie?
Voila, I need a beer.
What about this? Do you think this would work? If you were in my position, you'd give you money.
No, because it's a lot of guilt thrown at you. No one wants a guilt trip. Guilt trips aren't fun.
Okay.
Yeah, and that takes a minute to think about. Like, wait a minute, if I was what?
It's too polarizing.
It's not working on the people who are like,
I need a quick.
okay, too much.
It's too much.
Okay,
Yeah,
too much.
It's too much. There's guilt. There's
The head
riddles.
game.
It's clever.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
okay.
too much, Kev.
I got some interesting responses to this random question we had a second ago. If you were panhandling, what would you write on your sign? Somebody texted in and said, yeah, I saw a guy on Southern and I-95, and his sign said something like, ninjas have stolen my kids, and I need money for karate lessons.
It's good.
Okay. All right, that might do it.
You always lead with comedy.
Yeah, that probably is going to be the most effective. Somebody else said, yeah, I saw a guy with a rooster that was sitting on his shoulder, and his sign said, don't make me eat my chicken. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a guilt trip
So
right
is
there,
it
too.
Technically, is the rooster homeless too?
Yeah, homeless
Is the
rooster,
chicken there?
Yeah.
It's a homeless rooster.
Aren't basically all chickens and roosters kind of homeless in a way? I mean, even the free range, they're free in a sense to range.
Well, I saw a homeless guy with a dog. Technically, that dog was homeless.
Yeah, no, there are tons of homeless dogs. Yeah, that's a big thing.
But it was his dog. You know what I mean? They were together as a pack.
And honestly, when I see those dogs, they look like the happiest dogs because they're just always
getting love.
They're always with their owner. They don't care. It's not a big deal for them.
In the French Quarter in New Orleans, it's a big thing. All the homeless have dogs because if you have a dog, they don't separate the dog from the owner. So they have trouble arresting people. They have trouble taking people into custody. If the person has a dog, it becomes a whole more difficult situation.
Okay.
Deep down, what creature doesn't want to just break out and be free?
Wise.
Hello, guys. I'm saying that you said the dog looks so happy because he's free, bro.
Well, no, because he's getting loved on 100% of the time. The homeless guy's just sitting there. He doesn't go to work. He just pets.
Most of us ditch our dogs for the entire day, and they got to chill by themselves. That homeless dog is always occupied and has an accompaniment with them.
And people always, if you see, I know I do, if I see a homeless doggy, I'm like, oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it helps with the money. Now, Bird, you said you saw some chaos yesterday when you were leaving work. I missed it.
Yeah, I'm hoping somebody saw. It was very public. Mm-hmm. It was on 45th Street, right by, pretty much underneath the I-95 underpass area where you're making that left to get on to I-95. There was a car stopped, but it was the light was green. Cars were going through, but there was one car stopped, and the guy was out, and it looked like he had a bat or some kind of long weapon, and he was swinging it at a car and misses the car as the car is driving off. So I caught the tail end of the altercation.
Oh my gosh.
The guy's screaming. This is all in the middle of the main road. He gets back in his car and chases the other car, and it all happened so quick. I got the tail end of the car speeding off, but not the fight.
That's crazy.
Did anyone else see this? It was probably around 11:15 a.m. yesterday on 45th Street, right by I-95.
Under the 95 overpass.
And I don't know if this was related or if this is a different incident, but as I'm driving past, I see 4 homeless people scamper and sprint underneath the bridge area. So
there's always something fascinating going on over there.
But I'm not even. I think it was 2 different incidents. I'm not even kidding. I think that was not even related.
2 separate.
Yes,
could be.
It's a lot to digest.
If you want a show, just come over there where you were moonwalking yesterday and just get yourself a beverage and sit on those picnic tables and watch.
45th Street, right around 95, is a show.
Well, people always say, how do you have so many crazy stories, Bert? Do me a favor. Just go walk every single day for a week on 45th Street. You're going to have a lot of stories.
Yeah, you got to know where to go. That is definitely one of the hot spots. What would you say is the most awkward ask that we have in society? Because there are a lot of things that are going on. Yesterday, I was talking about how it is Girl Scout cookie season, and you often go to work now, and you'll have that mom that's like, hey, will you buy a whole bunch of cookies? And you're like, oh.
We used to work with a woman who, every time I'd go to the lobby, she'd hit me up for the most expensive popcorn I have ever been involved in, mixed in with a guilt trip. Like, oh, gosh, I got to buy $75 popcorn again? All right. And she would shake you down in the lobby. She don't work here no more. And that might be why.
Yeah, they were like, come on. You can't harass your coworkers.
You didn't want to go pee. Like, oh, man, I got to go pee. I'm so bummed out.
You're afraid to.
I was bummed out to go pee.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. Yeah, there was a Starbucks drive-thru customer that's gone viral on TikTok for ending a 23-car pay-it-forward streak. But he said, look, my order was $6 and the customer behind me was $46.
Oh.
And I just wasn't feeling it. But people are coming down on this person being going, everybody was being cool but you.
I don't know. I kind of agree with him.
Right.
If you only ordered $6 worth of coffee and now you got to pay $46 and you still just get $6, you got a bum deal.
People are insane. If you're giving this person a hard time, you're insane.
I agree with the guy ending the streak. Sue me.
It's just one of those things where we have so many places where, for most of us, we just want to go out, keep our head down, because the world is crazy and all the people in it, and we just want to get our stuff and get home. It's kind
leave
of a
me
mad
alone.
dash.
Stop telling me I have to pay $46 for a $6 coffee.
Not everybody wants to be so connected.
No.
Yes. Yeah, but you go out and you've got people paying it forward when you're trying to get your Starbucks coffee. You go and check out. Do you ever have that where they always like, there'll be people behind you and like, would you like to make a donation to so-and-so charity? And you're like, they're like, here, you can just hit an option. You're like, would you like to give $20, $10, $5? Yeah.
No, because what happens is that corporation then makes that charitable donation on your benefit, and they get the tax right off.
Yeah.
My
So, all these places ask you to round up, and just if you're going to round up your change, great. But if they're asking you for $5, $10, $20, just know that they are taking that tax benefit. And you're giving the money. You're paying for them to get a tax benefit.
My favorite is when you're out buying something and then the person behind the counter, do you want to donate for the sad charity?
Yes.
You don't, you horrible human? No? Okay, all right, sir.
That's the translation. That's all you're hearing in your head.
Like, damn, yeah, I'm donating. Here you go.
Yes, here. I'm a great human being. I love, what's the sad charity again? Yes, I love.
This one, I wish you had a bullhorn. Everybody, this man.
I love dentures for dogs. Here you go.
Hats for squirrels.
Yeah.
What?
I'll
I
give.
don't even think squirrels need hats.
Don't publicly embarrass me. Yeah, some of the other most awkward asks. Somebody said, you ever been asked to lead a prayer at your girlfriend's family's Thanksgiving dinner?
Thank God.
Oh.
And you're not religious?
You're an atheist?
Thank you, big guy.
That's what happened in Meet the Parents. You had to do a prayer.
That is one of the most awkward asks. And somebody else said, I am in a gay relationship, and always that question about, so is this going to be separate checks or is this together? Or, yeah, they say that's one of the most awkward asks that I have. Yeah, so there you go. Jay-Bird, you may get it if you're on a mandate. I guess that's what it is.
You'll get it with my husband this weekend when I'm out of town. You and Panda. Hopefully we'll spend lots of bro time.
When you say get it, what do you mean?
Yes. Definitely might want to clarify. We're talking about those awkward asks that you get out in public. The pay it forward when somebody's getting shamed on TikTok because they went through a Starbucks, just wanted their $6 coffee, and they said, yes, the person is paid already for your coffee. Would you like to pay it forward? 23 cars already had. And he's like, okay, what am I looking at? They're like, it's $46. He's like, I just came to Starbucks and lost $40.
That ain't cool.
Like,
that
wait,
is
what?
not cool.
Yeah, and then
that's way too much to ask of an individual.
Now they're getting shamed on social media because of it. It's like, I didn't ask for this. I just want a coffee.
I love the idea of how, it's a cool idea, but you can't shame people and guilt trip if they're not into it.
Yeah.
That's not how this works.
That's kind of what it is. It's where you're put on the spot for money, and it happens all over the place. You go through the line at the grocery store, and there's a charity you can give for, and it's loudly pronounced. Do you want to donate? When you don't, you look like a bad guy. You're just trying to go get a soda out of the machine at work, and somebody hits you up for really expensive Boy Scout popcorn. You're like, oh, man.
No, Kevin, it was in the it was the area you had to cross to go pee. I got one kid, and I'm peeing all the time.
Yeah.
She was always making deals with me.
Yeah, those are some of the awkward asks. Somebody else texted in and said, yeah, when you're asked if you want to leave a tip on a pickup order, and you're like, I don't know if I really believe in this, but now you pronounce it, and like 5 people are looking at me, and okay. I think people know what they're doing. They know when to get you. When you're standing there with your wallet open, you are one of the most vulnerable and exposed places in our society.
You should leave a little tip on a pickup order, though, just FYI.
Okay.
Just a little one. Come on.
So Virginia would be that person looking and judging and shaming you if you didn't leave that tip.
Just leave them like 10%. They have to pack it and check it and put your little silverware and your little salt and pepper.
Wait, Virginia judges?
No, right? Uh-huh. Somebody said the awkward ask for me is when a waitress is like, can I bring you some change? And Kelly said, I love being asked to donate to children's charities. I say, you know what? I'm a teacher. I donate every day.
There you go, girl.
There you go, right?
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, if you're not sitting down, you might want to, because this was so shocking this morning when I came in here and read this and got so sad. Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet are separating.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
They just, when you look at a couple, they look like they were coming out of the same mold. And
Right?
you're just like, they seem to fit and look perfectly together.
I love them together.
Yeah.
I love them separately. I love them everything. I love the relationship with Lenny Kravitz, who is the father of Jason Momoa's stepdaughter, and how that whole thing was.
Right.
Oh, this just makes me sad.
This always happens when a celebrity gets super, super big. He's super big. Just do research on all these divorces and breakups and watch the career of one person in the relationship. The one that goes super big, they always...
He got big in every way,
Yeah.
physically,
Yeah.
financially,
Right.
Emotionally. Like, the dude is just a powerhouse.
It's the whole Star is Born phenomenon.
Yeah.
It's hard in Hollywood when one star is rising, the other is falling.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they got married back in 2017, and it is over between Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet.
Oh, man.
But you're right, Jay Bird. I'm glad that you brought this up. One love is dying, one love is blooming.
This story was everywhere, and I've been nauseous since I've read about it.
Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, a cheese exemplified, have announced their engagement on Instagram. And Kevin, it was so romantic.
Oh, yeah,
Kevin,
my
they-
wife was
they-
just gobbling it up.
They drank each other's blood, Kevin.
Oh, really?
That's what I read.
I don't know if she's serious. I think she was joking.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think they
I
really
don't
did
know.
it.
They're twin flames.
Yeah,
She ended by teasing that they drank each other's blood, but I don't know if they really did.
she's kind of got that whole Angelina Jolie phase going on right now where Angelina did before she got with Brad.
Yes, where she was drinking the blood and
Billy
doing all the
Bob,
things,
yeah,
and
yeah,
they were
she seemed-
crazy. And
Yeah, this Machine Gun Kelly's her Billy Bob.
okay,
Feels like it.
it just feels like this one's gonna burn out quick.
Have they immediately shot to number one as the current most annoying celebrity couple? Are they number one?
Yes.
They're top five at least.
They're number one.
Okay.
We're putting them in the top spot.
People really hate when people are overly in love, but it's so big.
And finally, here, did you see any of that Jamie Lynn Spears interview? She went and sat down and talked about how she claims she had no idea the details of Britney's conservatorship or why Britney is still mad at her to this day. Mm-hmm. I think Jay Bird has some cuts in there for you.
Yeah, sorry, the computer was not on. Hold on.
First off, I don't understand. When it was put into place, I was 17-year-old. I was about to have a baby, so I didn't understand what was happening, nor was I focused on that. I was focused on the fact that I was a 17-year-old about to have a baby. I understand just as little about it then as I do now.
Okay.
All right. Well, did they ask her about the $1 million condo she was living in for a long time? Did anybody bring that up?
Look, I edited so many.
Did they ask about the mama's $1 million compound
There's
in
a-
Louisiana?
There's a lot of clips in there. Have
Yeah.
fun, Kevin.
Nobody
Okay.
knows where all that money came from, really?
I felt like she was another mama. That love is still there, 100%. I love my sister. I've only ever loved and supported her and done what's right by her, and she knows that. So I don't know why we're in this position right now.
I think she's saying because she's 10 years younger, she kind of looked at Britney more as another mom and maybe didn't understand some of the things that were really going on with her conservatorship.
And the interviewer is so happy that there is tears.
Oh, you needed
So, I mean,
tears.
oh, we
You
got
needed
it.
tears.
We got it.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I've always been my sister's biggest supporter. So when she needed help, I set up ways to do so. Went out of my way to make sure that she had the contacts she needed to possibly go ahead and end this conservatorship and just end this all for our family. If it's going to cause this much discord, why continue it? Everyone has a voice and it should be heard. So if she wanted to talk to other people, then I did. I set that up. But how many times can I take the steps? You know, she has to walk through the door.
Okay. All right.
Does that answer your questions, Virginia?
No, it makes me think she's more shady.
Dang, Virginia trying to tear sisters apart.
Well, all right.
I think the dad and I think the mom and I think the sister are all shady. And I said it.
Okay.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Some celebrities having a birthday today include Liam Hemsworth, turning 32 years old. Orlando Bloom is 45. Shonda Rhimes. Guess she's happy that Grey's Anatomy is coming back for yet another season.
Cha-ching! You bet she's happy.
Oh, yeah. She's made a ton of money for herself and ABC. 52 today. Patrick Dempsey, who was on one of her shows, is 56 today. And Julia Louis-Dreyfus turned 61 today. From Veep and Seinfeld and so many other great shows. Also, happy 11th birthday to Jack from Hannah, Ella, and Grace. And we got a happy 11th to our beautiful Kayla. You truly have a heart of gold. We're so proud to watch you turning into the sweetest young lady. Love you always, Mom, Dad, Clark, and Grandma. And there's a photo of her with the sunflower. So very nice. Got a birthday, got a photo, you can send it to us, mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. Oh, this is rather interesting. Did you hear that Ireland Baldwin has this thing called cardiophobia? And it is the constant fear of dying from a heart attack. And it's been spiked up with the news that it happened with Bob Saget, that possibly it was a heart attack that had taken him out. And so people that have this cardiophobia, I guess this is really tough for them. Yeah, she suffers from it so badly that she brings her own blood pressure machine everywhere she goes to check, to keep her mind at ease.
My family has a little bit of that because we have some heart issues in our family. So if you know you've got heart issues and you have a chest pain, you tend to get a little obsessed about a heart attack.
Sure,
So you get all obsessed, you raise your own blood pressure,
Right,
and then you increase your chances of having a heart attack.
Crazy,
you
right?
literally talk yourself into a heart attack.
Yeah, you could be.
Sometimes we are our craziest critics, Virginia.
The mind, Virginia, the mind. But there are a lot of interesting phobias out there. In fact, I'd like to hear, do you have something like a cardiophobia? What is your unique phobia? What is it all about? Love to hear it. 877-979-WRMF. You can call or text. Well, if you have a phobia, you know how crippling it can be. It's tough to explain, too. And there are some unique ones out there. And it seems like the more unique your phobia, the more people look at you like, you're afraid of tall buildings? Wait, what?
It is weird. It's been definitely a challenge in personal relationships for people who don't understand that kind of stuff. You can't walk in front of stadiums and buildings. What? It annoys a lot of people.
Yeah.
It can.
Well, it would be tough. Not only are you dealing with the phobia, but now you're dealing with people's reactions to your phobia.
It doesn't help when you have someone pissed off about, then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm pissing everyone off.
Right,
My head problems is ruining everything. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Ireland Baldwin, for instance, has cardiophobia. It's a constant fear of dying from a heart attack.
Wow.
So much so that she takes her own blood pressure machine everywhere she goes just to keep her mind at ease. Oprah Winfrey has that globophobia. Do you know what that one is? Globophobia?
Globophobia.
Yeah, it is. It is the fear of balloons.
Some people don't like it, and I get it because they're jarring, they pop, they're loud. And if you rub balloon on your belly, if you take a balloon and rub it on your skin, it feels awkward. It doesn't feel normal. It's weird.
Yeah, I can get that. There's some things about balloons that might be off.
I see you looking at me with those sideway eyes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how far a balloon is from a blow-up doll, because I know you got no problem rubbing that on you.
The balloons for this goofy-ass show.
Somebody texted in and said, I've got phonophobia. It's a fear of sudden loud noises, like a balloon popping.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess a balloon would freak them out because of that. And I get it. Like a very sudden, really loud, it is very jarring.
That's why I don't like random knocking on the door when you're not expecting it. It's so jarring. Who the hell is at my house right now?
Yeah. Carrie Underwood is afraid of turtles. It's called herpetophobia.
Turtles?
Turtles.
But they're so sweet.
You don't get it, though. See, Dennys legit has a phobia of spiders.
That, yeah.
He will, if there's a big spider web, his legs will almost kind of paralyze. He's got to change route.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah, I can understand that. There is a fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth.
Oh, that's just heaven.
Arachibutyrophobia is the name of that. That is odd. Maybe you think you're going to suffocate or something? So I imagine you wouldn't eat peanut butter if you had that.
Yeah,
And
Reese's
for that
are
reason.
not your friend.
There probably is a name for all these kind of fears. I knew somebody that they had a massive fear of ordering to a waiter or a waitress. They couldn't do it. They would shut down.
I've seen that, yeah.
I wonder if that's like a specific fear.
It's amazing. I was just looking through some unique phobias that people have, and there's something for everything. There is a phobia for opening one's eyes. People are afraid to open their own eyes, so do they walk around all day with their eyes closed? It's called optophobia. You're afraid to open your eyes. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, there's one, I forget what it's called. It's not agoraphobia. You're kind of scared of life, pretty much everything in there. It's because everything seems as if you're in a dream state. Nothing seems real to you.
Okay.
You know it's real, but it doesn't really seem real.
Yeah.
And you're constantly questioning, oh my gosh, am I here? Am I here? That's a real thing.
That would be crazy. There is omphallophobia. That's a fear of belly buttons.
Inners or outers?
Probably both. Which would fear you more? Sometimes, because I got an innie, an outie sometimes freaks me out a little bit because it's different than what I have.
Does anybody on the show have an outie? Are we all innies?
I'm an innie.
I'm not trying to divide us here. I'm just asking. You don't have an outie.
I used to have an outie, but I don't anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
You switch. You got to do. Did you go change out your belly button too, Virginia? Of everything else?
When I was younger, I had an outie. But yeah, I think maybe I've done, a little bit of stomach work and it's changed it.
If Mama got her widow's peak lasered off,
Yeah.
she got her outie taken down. She got that thing shaved down an inch or two.
I didn't do it on purpose, but I think it was the end result of some work I've done.
Okay.
Do you get an outie because they botched up the umbilical cord?
Yeah, it's just where your umbilical cord was cut, and maybe
They cut it high.
They cut it high instead of cut it low.
So if you have an outie, it's because they made a mistake on you. They went too deep or not deep enough when they cut it?
Maybe not deep enough.
Huh.
It
Okay.
still had blood flow, because where they pinch it is where the
Yeah.
blood flow stops, and maybe they just didn't pinch it low enough.
I went to school with a kid in Lake Park who had an outie, and he was always playing with it in front of everybody.
I used to play with mine constantly.
He'd lift up his shirt in class and just flick his outie, and you'd be taking a math test and go, all right, dog, a little distracting. Flicking his outie.
It's hard not to mess with it when you have an outie because it's so fun.
I get it, but we can't do that at home.
Kids will be kids.
You're right.
There's also a fear of beards. Pagonophobia. Some people are afraid of beards. They'd be terrified by me.
Let me
My
ask-
eyes and beard.
Let me ask you this: Does beard equal more like a murderer or not like a murderer? If you think murderer, do they in your head do they have a beard or are they clean shaven?
Mustache.
Mustache.
Mustache, okay.
Yeah.
There's definitely got to be a fear of mustaches.
I have one.
Yeah. There is a fear of money, plutophobia. There's a fear of mirrors. That would be tough.
I have a fear of our work elevator mirrors. You walk in there and you instantly age 33 years.
They're not forgiving with that light.
That's not what real life looks like, right?
I hope not.
Because that is so. I see weird things in that elevator.
I know. We look like the Crypt Keepers.
That's bad. That's a horrible, horrible mirror in that.
People texting him some other weird phobias too. Somebody said, I have a fear of pregnancy and pregnant women. I have 5 sisters, and when they got pregnant, I would never go anywhere alone near them or sit too close. I missed all the births of my nieces and nephews.
I wonder if it's because you're afraid something's going to go wrong with the pregnancy, and you don't want to be around that. You're afraid you're going to hit the the stomach, or you just don't want to be around the anxiety of that.
It'd be fascinating. Yeah, what is the root of all of these phobias? Is it an experience, or why did that click in your head? Somebody else said they have a terrible fear of dropping a baby. So when my friends or family have had babies, I have to be sitting on a couch before I'm willing to hold the baby. And there's been a lot of awkward circumstances where they've asked and I've gotten weird and they're like, why don't you want to hold my baby? And
I have a fear about giving new babies germs because I'm like, I don't know what germs are on me. I never hold the new baby. I just don't do it.
I get the holding the baby.
I don't
thing.
want to hold your baby.
I mean, I drop things all the time on accident. I'm just a big old klutz. So I'm really concentrating when I'm You ever concentrate too hard?
I never hold the baby. I just
Yeah.
don't do it. The only babies I've really held are mine.
Well, we'll be at events and say, "Hey, Jay Bird, here, hold my baby. It's 2 days old." And they'll just put the baby in my arm, like,
I'll hold a toddler. I'll hold like a larger baby, but like a newborn. If you go to visit your friend at the hospital, everybody always asks, "Do you want to hold the baby?" I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah, people want me to hold babies a lot.
I
And
don't want to hold the baby.
It's weird they want me to do that with my track record of dropping things. They still keep asking me to do it.
Haven't you lost like animals while you're house sitting?
One
Cats?
time, all right?
Some of the other phobias people were texting in. Somebody said, I have a phobia of driving on the highway. I haven't driven on a highway in 5 years. I will go way out of my way to avoid driving on the highway.
I don't think you're a maniac, actually. I think you're actually probably helping yourself because 95 is horrifying.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, honestly, there are really some things we should have phobias about
Yeah.
that we don't. That's why when you read some of these, you're like, why would you be afraid of that and not this?
I think you're smart if you avoid 95.
Somebody else said, I have dirtophobia. I'm afraid of the dirt of the day.
Damn, that's good.
Wow.
Well, by all means, there's the door, funny guy.
That's terrible.
We got some funny joke writers out there.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. All right. Got something you'd like to share? Your interesting and unique phobia, 877-979-WRMF. We received an email last week from some listeners in Chile that said, hey, we love your show. We listen, and we're actually learning English by checking out the KVJ show. I was like, I don't know if that's a good thing.
It's a terrible thing.
But, we do have so many bilingual listeners, whether they're here in South Florida or somewhere in Latin America. So we've got this new feature that we're trying out here. Peliculas en la radio, movies on the radio. It's a famous movie scene that Jaber's going to act out here for you.
Damn, I am jealous of Ralston's rolling of the R's. My gosh. Say that again. How did you do that?
Radio.
I don't know. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I cannot roll my R's, man.
Yeah, you're getting there, though.
I don't know.
No.
How do you do that? Can you roll your R suits?
No, I'm really bad at it.
Gringo.
I can't even get anything close to it. I have no idea how you do that. I'm so envious of
Give
that.
him another word where he has to roll his R. So
Okay.
I don't feel so bad.
Just let me hear radio.
Radio.
Say this. Say gringo.
Ringo.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do it. I mean, I couldn't do that. You put a gun to my head right now, I would not be able to do that.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah. Do we have a gun around here?
I think me and Suits are related.
We do have a lot in common.
And now, this whole week, you've been switching outfits, and it looks so adorable on KVJ TV.
We're having such great fun with it.
I'm so comfortable in this romper. This is amazing. I see why you dress like this, Bird.
Yeah.
It's an alien romper.
This is the
and
first I've ever been cold in this office.
so cozy.
Okay, so what we got here is Jaybird is going to be acting out a famous American movie in Spanish, and then Suits is going to give you the English translation right after, and we'll see if anyone can figure out exactly what this scene is. Okay.
Put my glasses on here.
Okay.
Wow.
Gonna help you out here.
Do those have a lens?
No, they don't.
Just frames.
These are low-budget secret glasses that you're supposed to record. They're broke. They do not work. They were $20. There's no lenses. They're terrible. In fact, they make my skin rash up.
Fun.
Rashes?
Oh, here we go, Suits.
All right. Okay, let's begin scene.
No sé quién eres. No sé lo que quieres.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want.
Si está buscando un rakata, puedo decirle cuán tengo no dinero.
If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you, I don't have money.
I did it!
You
I
did.
accidentally rolled my
How the hell
R.
did you do that?
How did I do that?
Just
You
a little
did it.
practice,
I just
Bird.
broke the fourth wall, but I just rolled my R.
Well,
How'd you
it's a
do
good
it?
I
reason
don't know
for
what I
it.
did.
Yeah, it just happens. See
Do it
what
again.
happens?
Do it again.
Pet
Yeah, you got it.
You did it.
You got it now.
Pet
Just
in the
need to
scene.
practice.
Back in the scene.
Yeah.
Perlo Que si tengo es un conjunto muy particular de habilidades que adquirido en lo largo de una carrera muy largo.
Sí.
Habilidades que me convierte en una pesadilla para persona como tú.
But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
Si dejas ir a mi hija, ahora será el final.
If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it.
No te buscaro, no te busquear.
I will not look for you. I will not pursue you.
Pero si no te buscari, te encontré, te bate.
But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you, and I will kill you.
And end scene. Very nice. Okay.
Good luck. That's what he says at the end.
So dramatic.
It is, yeah. And you see the breakthrough we made? Jaybird's rolling his R's now. I mean, this is helping him out
What
with
was
his
that
Spanish.
word? Give us that word.
Pedro. Pedro.
You're yeah.
Pedro.
You got the
Pedro.
concept. Yeah, your
Yeah.
tongue's doing the right thing.
Ooh, sí, estupendo.
I don't even know how you do that.
Maybe we need to switch.
Pedro.
Pedro.
Oh, you got it.
Do it.
Pedro.
No.
Oh, you're, okay.
I feel like I'm
it's
just having a
kind of like
seizure
you're,
over
yeah,
here.
it's like a car trying to start up.
We're working it, though.
You're getting there.
We're going to do it together.
You're going to get on this.
I need to practice this some more.
There's so many people have correct answers on this that are texting it in. I think it's because Jaybird nailed his Spanish today, including rolling an R even.
I didn't mean to spaz out. I spaz out when I get excited about things.
But that was very exciting. It
Yeah.
just all of a sudden your tongue just did the right thing.
That's not spazzing out. We were excited too.
Yeah.
It's
amazing.
I accidentally stumbled upon my rolling of R's. It's great.
Beautiful.
Movies on the radio, Peliculas en la radio is what we got here for you. And we got Yami on here from Coral Springs. She's actually a Spanish teacher, so I'm sure that it was Jaybird Spanish that helped clue her in to what the movie scene was. What did you think about Jaybird rolling that R? Was that exciting for you too, Yami?
It was very exciting, and he gave me a very good laugh,
Okay.
I have to say. But it was a great try.
Yes, he really was. That's it. That's it. You just got to jump in there and try it out here. Do you know what the movie
You
scene...
missed me a couple of times, Jaybird.
Okay. She was in, she was out, she got a few of the words. Did you put it all together to figure out what the scene was that he acted out there?
Yes, it's actually one of my favorite movies. It was Taken, when he was talking about his daughter, like if they take her, what he would do, and set up his skills that he acquired. But it was really good. Actually, I got it.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
there you go. See? Breaking through there. Very
I
nice.
love it.
Thank you very much. Can you say something for us in Spanish before you go, Yami?
Que pasen un buen día y que tengan un día precioso. And keep it rolling your R's, Jaybird.
Yeah, listen to her do it.
I
And,
love it. I love
that's
it.
fun, huh?
That is
How
fun.
sexy is that language, too,
It's
huh?
it's all fun, Kevin.
Little R's.
I'm into it all.
Yeah,
I love
very
it.
nice. Okay. Well, Jaybird has been having a lot of interesting things show up at his house. And yesterday might have been one of the most interesting. A lot of people are finding out exactly where Jaybird lives somehow. We don't know
Well,
exactly how.
We do know exactly how. When you
We do.
buy, it's just so everybody knows.
So
when you buy
anybody
a
who has
house,
not found your house, here's how you do it.
well, it's already out there, Kev.
Okay.
When you buy a house, that information's public. So people matched up my door with the house that was on the website. So it comes up too. Your address comes up. All of our addresses come up. It's not hard to find where people live at.
So if you just did a basic Google search for Jason Pennington, then you would get all your information.
I think you have to. There's probably a couple steps. It's not that hard to get someone's address.
Okay.
Damn.
You didn't know that?
I mean, I guess I kind of knew that, but I kind of forgot that. But it's just hard to hear it.
Well, that's how they get when you buy a house, you get all these weird pieces of mailing, and that's because your address is so public out there. They put it on some list. That's how they explained it to me.
Okay. All right. So far, since you've moved into your house here, you've had all these items show up, like a golf bag. Somebody's dropped that at your front door.
They did. I'm not a golfer.
Somebody brought you a plastic bag filled with shells from the beach.
They did.
Okay. Was there any card or an explanation with it?
There was a note. I walked out my front door. There was this big plastic bag with a piece of paper on there. I'm like, all right, what is this weird stuff? Had the note, opened the note. Hey, Bird, here's some shells I thought you would like for your little garden area. And it was just a bag of shells.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wonderful gift.
It was a wonderful
gift.
It was a lovely gift.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, you've received a copy of Judy Blume's book, Super Fudge.
Same situation. It was on they put it on my Jeep. I walked out and there's a note and there's a book.
Because you had referenced that.
I must have talked
right?
about Super Fudge on the. I've talked about Judy Blume on the air before. You know that, right?
Yes, we both love Judy Blume.
So I went out there and there was a note. Hey, Bird, it's a book, Super Fudge. I know you like it. I know you like Judy Blume.
Okay.
Here's your Super Fudge. And by the way, I'm going to come back later to murder you.
These are different people, by the way.
And someone also left a stack of DVDs of movies you never even heard of.
Hey, Bird, thought you might want these. It's a stack of movies I'd never heard of. Low budget DVDs that I want nothing to do with.
So when people are cleaning out their house, they're just bringing the stuff to your place.
Why go to Goodwill
right.
when you can go to Good Bird?
A few of the items, I'm like, guys, you're kind of giving me a problem, not a gift.
And then somebody brought a used comforter and sheets.
Yeah. So I've been there for a year.
Okay.
People will leave a note and drop stuff off. I have that basket. They'll put it right in the basket. Yeah.
A used comforter and used sheets?
I don't know if it was used. It was in a bag. It was a comforter folded up with a ton of sheets. Hey, Bert, I thought you might want these.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're used, no. I don't want your used sheets.
Dog, I didn't use them. I did not use them. I didn't.
So what do you have to do? Then you have to go to Goodwill and drop all this crap off?
I just think people are being nice. Housewarming gift. Hey, Bird just moved in here. You probably need some sheets.
Used sheets is not a housewarming gift, FYI.
Alleged. We don't know if they were used, although they did look a little funky. They were not in package.
They were not packaged.
Yeah, if it's not in
a package.
Yeah, if it's not in a package, you just have to assume
Even
it's
if
used.
it is in a package, I'm going to assume you did something weird to it.
They were folded oh so neatly, though. I'll give them that.
Mm-hmm. And then yesterday may have been the most unique item that somebody has brought by your house to give to you.
I texted you guys immediately.
You texted me, and I could not believe the audacity.
Because this item actually had breath and was living. Somebody brought you a dog?
There's a knock on my door, and I wasn't expecting anybody, so I didn't even get up to look. Because I was working on stuff for the show.
You were raised by a woman that when there was a knock on the door, she would yell, "Who is it?"
Well, I figured, because I had my phone with me, I figured if it's anybody that really needs to get a hold of me, they go, Bird, I'm at your door.
If it's anybody who knows you, they text you first.
Yeah.
They don't just show up.
So I'm like, all right, because honestly, there's a lot of salespeople that knock on the door randomly selling security stuff. I thought that's what it was. I always know something's up when 3 to 5 minutes later, the knock comes back. I'm like, oh boy, I got to get up and at least do that dance where I sneak and look out the window to see who's out there.
But then they see you move the blinds.
And that's exactly what happened. The hamburger hands went too big on the movement. My blinds are swinging. So I'm like, damn it, they saw me. So I opened up the door, and it was somebody from our KVJ.
You need a peek hole.
Yeah, it's so.
Well, people are saying you need a Ring doorbell.
And I have one, but I
Okay.
don't have it set. I got to set it up. I have the stuff there.
You need a new door.
No, my door is good. Well, you can see. Yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about
You
that.
need a whole new door.
That's a different problem.
Bruh.
So I opened the door up, and it's a woman from our chat room, our KVJ YouTube chat room. She goes, "Hey, Jaybird, I found this dog." She goes, "I'm blah 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 from the KVJ." She introduced herself. I'm blah 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 from the KVJ YouTube chat room.
Insert crazy name here.
I found this dog. I know you love dogs. I know you're looking for a dog. I'm not really, by the way, I'm not looking for a dog right this second, FYI.
You do love dogs, but
do,
you buried a dog not too long ago, and it's been kind of tough.
Yeah, I do love dogs. I'm just not ready. So I guess she found this dog.
Where?
So she lives in Lake Worth.
Okay.
This is what she told me.
She drove from Lake Worth to Gardens
This
with
sounds
this
like
dog.
a Lake Worthy kind of thing.
So I guess she found the dog in Lake Worth. She's waiting to find who it. Because there's no owner. She's waiting to talk to her sister because her sister might take the dog first or second if I refuse the dog. She goes, I wanted to ask you first, Jay Bird, because I knew you love dogs.
It's just a random stray she found on the street.
She found it at a park.
What kind of dog?
It was like a lab-looking dog.
A lab.
Like a lab mixed. Yeah,
You love a mixed dog.
It was a cute dog.
Did
but
she run the dog to see if it had a chip?
It had no collar on it. I didn't get into too many questions about that, Kev.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, you got to check because a lot of dogs are microchipped, and then you could be stealing somebody's dog.
110% agree
Yeah,
with y'all.
yeah.
But she found it in Lake Worth and then drove to my house. So it wasn't even her dog. It was just when she found and just drove there.
I just thought, hey,
And
this guy needs a dog.
I had to politely decline it.
The dog is probably loving the trip.
Yeah.
She's in our YouTube chat room. I'm not trying to be.
Yeah.
It was a very kind gesture.
Yeah.
It is a kind
But
gesture.
you just never know what you're going to get.
It's bizarre. I'm sorry. You don't do that. That's weird. That's bizarre.
It's lovely, but yeah, it's, when you say
Is
that,
it?
it's
Is it
interesting.
lovely?
I think it is lovely.
I feel bad if I
The
hurt.
gesture is lovely.
I feel bad if I hurt people's feelings. I really do.
Yeah.
I don't want to make her feel bad.
You got to go bring the dog to wherever the microchip place is and see first if it has a chip before you try to give it out like a prize at bingo.
People are where's the she's gonna if the sister doesn't take the dog, she's gonna make sure the dog is fine. She's not gonna harm the dog, I don't think. Then again, I don't really know her, so I have no idea what she's gonna do.
Okay. Well, is there a list of things you do want people to bring to your house? Because we got a long list of things. Not so
Can
much.
we not bring used sheets and live animals?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did have
Put it out there because people clearly want to bring you stuff.
Kevin, you're going to get a 9-page manifesto. You got to make sure the dog is going to be fine.
How about cold beer and fresh Slurpees?
Yeah. So I open the door and they spill.
Yeah.
Do you think this is bizarre?
Yes.
Honestly.
This is weird.
Yeah, it's odd. It's not. It's outside the norm, but hey,
But
that
it's
goes
you.
with everything on the show.
You attract
You're outside the norm.
the most bizarre stuff. So I don't want to put 100% of the blame on
No.
her because part of it's your fault. You're 30% responsible.
I was weirded out. It was one of those moments where I kind of did not know what to say or act. I was so confused. And then this dog's looking at me and there's guilt.
The dog's
What were you
the dog's
wearing?
like, so what are we gonna do,
Were
man?
you
Am I staying here?
Because I know you like to leave your underwear on
No,
when you're
I-
walking around your house.
I don't answer the door like that. I had horrific gym shorts on and a size Bigfoot shirt. I mean, I was in comfortable clothes.
Yeah.
I was working on stuff for the show, just in my normal. It was the double knock. I'm like, oh, this.
Oh boy, here we go. You never know what you're gonna get.
You ever have a knock that it just sounds like, oh man, it's some weird. That's the bomb.
It's aggressive.
It's a type of knock that goes, something ain't right.
It's just a very interesting growing list of things that are winding up at your front door stuff.
People want the name. I'm not giving the name out. We're not trying
No,
to.
no. We're not trying to shame anybody. That's not what this is about. But just FYI, you should not leave used sheets or bring live animals to people that haven't requested those things.
Virginia's more pissed off about the sheets.
Yeah, that's really got Virginia. That's what's really got her going here. Fascinating stuff.
Who wants to laugh their ass off? Ooh, I know I do. Ha 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 ha. He wrote some funny punchlines just for me and you. It's Dennys Joke Jury.
Who's ready to laugh?
Oh, I am.
Oh, I love that song.
Okay, here we go. Dennys has written up some comedy. We're the joke jury to let them know what hits and what misses. What do you got today, Dennys?
All right, joke one. What do you call a convention for COVID?
A convention for COVID? Bad idea. I don't know. What do you call it?
Omicron.
Okay, yeah, Omicron. Okay, yeah.
Second joke. Why did the critics love Shamu's performance of Fur Elise?
I don't know why.
Because it was well orchestrated.
Orchestrated.
We love fish comedy.
Okay. Hitting hard today.
Third joke. Where did the alphabet go after losing its last letter?
I don't know. Where did it go?
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Right.
Three or
man.
3 or 4 dabs.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That was a lot.
Oh, let's see. Fourth joke. What game did Bambi play at middle school parties?
What game did Bambi play at middle school parties? I don't know what game.
Truth or Dare.
Okay, yeah. Your deer. Your deer.
I love this
The
guy.
groaner.
Yeah,
I
I
get
love
it.
this guy.
I get it.
Uh-huh.
And final joke. Why couldn't the police figure out who killed Frosty the Snowman?
I don't know. Why couldn't they figure out who killed Frosty?
Because it was a cold case.
Oh, yeah, baby, right? There you go.
Nice round.
Oh my God.
Solid round.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, this is such a good story. I am so into this one. So, if you've ever wondered what it's like to be with a celebrity, and it's got to be rough for a guy like Drake to have hookups with ladies and have them not have ulterior motives. So far, I think his count is only one. There's only one girl out there that got one past the goalie.
Okay, yeah.
He's got one child with a girl who is a delicious French porn star who is so beautiful, and the kid is beautiful, but that's the only one that we know of that's out there. And I don't know if maybe after that he developed this party trick to keep future girls from being able to have his baby.
So I was kind of confused. I was reading it. Is he putting...
Let me break it down for you. Now, I don't know when he does this trick, but apparently what he does when he's about to get romantic with a lady, and this is according to a model that he hooked up with consensually after a party back in a hotel room. She says that they were involved in some foreplay. He was getting romantic with her. She was getting romantic with him. It was all consensual. And at some point during all of that, he let her know that, okay, maybe this should go to the next level. She was into it.
A little shaken Drake, okay.
So he left the room to go and put on a prophylactic. She says at that point, he came back into the room with the prophylactic on. He was large in a lot of ways, and they had consensual relations for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
She says after that time, he immediately went back into the restroom to dispose of the prophylactic.
Okay.
So when he did that, and I guess she assumed he put it in the trash can, which he did, she went into the bathroom to fish the prophylactic out of the trash can and try to impregnate herself with the sperm that then would have been in the condom.
I mean, what a story, huh?
So she's
Crazy.
admitting all this. She's saying
Wow.
and coming forward and saying, look, this is what happened. This is what I did.
Oh, man.
But I guess Drake is wise to the fact that girls want to do this. And so what he does at some point, now I don't know if it's before he puts the prophylactic on or after he takes the prophylactic off, he puts hot sauce into the used prophylactic so that if these girls go and fish it out of the trash can and try to do this maneuver, that they immediately, according to her, feel like they've put hot lava into themselves, which is exactly what happened. And
This is really kind of a weird, bizarre. It's like a Mad Lib.
it's a crazy story, but he's not denying it. So she says that she did this. She poured the hot sauce from the prophylactic into her body and then immediately felt like it was hot lava.
She didn't notice the hot sauce?
I don't think she did.
This story seems suspect. No, does this not seem like a weird, Richard Gere gerbil type story?
Here's the thing. I could see it happening. I understand the context of it because I think there would be some people that diabolical. understanding what you can get if you have a celebrity baby that's got a lot of money. But
you're
just
set for life.
The fact that she's so willfully telling the story and she didn't notice hot sauce and all that, there are some parts that do seem suspect, bro.
Now, let me ask you this question, because I don't know the answers. This is the first time I'm ever hearing anything like this. If you don't like hot sauce, can you use honey mustard? Does that work?
I don't know.
Does it matter with the condiment?
I'm wondering if the hot sauce would do anything to the makeup of what is in the prophylactic.
Great question, but I think the thing about this is the girl is going to give you a reaction immediately if you do the hot sauce. I don't know if you're going to get that reaction if you do honey mustard. And the reaction when they come to confront him about it is his way of keeping opportunistic groupies from being able to have a future child support claim, according to her. And now he responded on social media to her post by just writing this cryptic caption. He said, "You can have your 15 minutes of fame. I'll take the other 23 hours and 45 minutes.
You just got draked.
Yeah.
So I don't know if any of this is true. I don't know I don't know what's up. I don't know what's down, but I am fascinated by this whole encounter.
Yeah, I guess when you're a celebrity, those are the kind of things that you do have to take into consideration and protect yourself in more than one way.
Crazy, right?
Who would have thought you need condoms and hot sauce now?
I mean, yeah.
A federal judge in New York yesterday denied the motion that the Prince Andrew is still trying to file. I feel like he's been trying to file this for a few weeks now. He wants a judge to dismiss the lawsuit brought forward by Virginia Giuffre, I don't know how you say it. She's the one that was allegedly trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell back when she was 17. Now, she claims that Prince Andrew had sex with her when she was 17 at Epstein's home, at that mansion in the Bahamas, at the mansion in Manhattan, and also at Ghislaine Maxwell's home in London. Prince Andrew is denying the allegations and is trying to get the suit dismissed, but a judge yesterday said no again. So... And finally here, we are bringing you the hurt of the day instead of the dirt of the day.
Pain.
It's a sad story, but wow, I just wanted to hear what it sounded like. So, our friend and the wonderful comedian died here, Bob Saget, over the weekend in Orlando. But his car was at the airport in Los Angeles. And so yesterday, his friend John Mayer and Jeff Ross went to go to the airport to pick up his car and drive it back to his wife. And they made a video.
We have audio.
We have audio of that video, and I haven't heard it yet, but I bet it's pretty sad because they loved him so much.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Is it not in there, Kevin?
I don't know. What's it labeled as?
Of course, my internet went down as you're asking me these questions.
No.
If you could just do me, just stretch for about.
I got John Mayer on Bob Saget's
That's it.
gift.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go.
I've just never known a human being who could give that much love individually and completely to that many people in a way that made each person feel like he was a main character in their life, and they were a main character in his life. Do you know how effusive you have to be in your love for everyone in your life, for each and every person he loved, to be told by another he loved you so much? Bob's effusive and repeated expression of love is the greatest gift that he left people, because all we have is the pain of his going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it's a long clip. There's a lot more to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Yes, everybody's still dealing with the fallout of Bob Saget's passing. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
People are texting in wondering how long before Drake gets his own hot sauce.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily for eating, y'all. Well, we do dumb things. Sometimes we're little kids when we do. Other times we're just drunk adults. You got to be able to tell us the difference here. Little kid or drunk adult. Got a story for us? Submit it on the very free 97.9 WRMF app with the mic drop feature. Leaves a little space there between your story and the answer so we can play it on the radio, like what another Jason did here.
I blew up a toilet in Chili's with firecrackers.
Okay, when he did that dumb act, blowing up a toilet, and it sounds like he did it with something you would light rather than his behind, was he a little kid or a drunk adult?
I mean, it's got to be an adult, right? Chili's, two for one all day, every day.
I don't know. I kind of feel like an adult wouldn't do that. You'd have to be a dumb little kid.
I think it's kid. Kids do crazy things. I know when I was younger, like 7th, 8th grade, that was the time where you'd do all kinds of pranks with fireworks.
Fireworks when you were younger were like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Let's see what we can do bad.
You guys sold me. I'm going with you now.
Little kid.
I was a drunk adult. My brother managed a Chili's, and when he worked, he would give me as much free booze as I would like, which was a terrible idea.
Yeah, it is.
And then one day back in 2007, it was the 4th of July, and he was working, and I was drinking, and I threw firecrackers down a toilet and blew it up. And long story short, I got arrested.
Whoa,
That's a hell of a 4th of July. USA.
Dang.
USA.
Damn.
How about that, huh? Went all out.
Drunk people with fireworks out in public. I don't like it.
Why would you ever? Seriously, no fireworks and drinking, y'all. Please.
What about Jessica's story here? Was she a little kid or a drunk adult when she did this?
I won a dancing contest dressed as a dancing tomato.
I won a dancing contest dressed as a tomato.
Dancing tomato.
Dancing tomato.
I love it.
I'm going with little kid.
Yeah, it feels like it should be because I don't know how many contests they have for adults where you can dress up as fruit or vegetables.
I want to dress up as food and dance around. That sounds fun.
You have.
It's fun.
I have videos.
Well, I want to do it again.
What do you think, little kid or drunk adult here, Virginia?
I'm going little kid. It seems more logical.
It does. You got tricked on the last one, though. Burr, where are you going?
It's a little kid.
It's a little kid, okay. I can't imagine this for an adult. Little kid, I'm saying.
I was a little kid. I grew up in California, so we take our tomato growing very seriously.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a tomato festival going on where a dance contest took place. And I won first place dressed as a dancing tomato. And it was a long time ago.
Oh, wow.
That's adorable.
That's
awesome.
I kind of want to see the video.
Me too. I think I'm going to buy a tomato costume today.
Yeah, love that. Okay, let's see here. We have got little kid or drunk adult story here. This is from Anthony.
I broke my arm while arm wrestling a little girl.
Oh.
He was arm wrestling a little girl and he broke his arm. Was he a little kid or a drunk adult?
He's got to be a kid, right?
Well, if he's a little kid, it would make more sense why you would be arm wrestling a little girl if you yourself are a little boy.
And if you're drunk arm wrestling little girls, dude, we got to make some adjustments.
He's got, just for the sake of you and your pride, I would hope this is a little kid. Virginia?
Yeah, little kid.
Little kid for Anthony?
I was a drunk adult. For some reason, my best friend's 6-year-old daughter loved to arm wrestle, so one day while I was over at their house watching football, she asked me to arm wrestle. I agreed because I didn't want her to think I was ignoring her. And because I was hammered, I lost my balance and fell off their balcony from the 2nd floor and broke my arm in 3 different places.
No! Wow.
That's amazing.
That girl really took him out.
Get it, girl.
That is some crazy stuff.
She's the champ.
Yeah, she definitely is the champ.
She's the champ. Yeah, you broke a man's arm.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty fascinating story there. Thank you very much, Anthony, and everybody else that submitted one. And we said if you would like to do that as well, download that free 97.9 WRMF app. You wind up listening to us for 22 hours in the month of January. You can pick up $1,000 as a great, quick, easy way.
Ooh, $1,000.
$1,000. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. They've got a list here from BuzzFeed. Celebrities that people lost respect for. And it's kind of an interesting list because it kind of goes down what we were talking about yesterday, who maybe didn't get enough out of what they had done. They deserved a little bit more punishment because now it seems like we over-punish celebrities. There was a time where we didn't punish them enough. And I would say the turning of the tide, this guy probably got his comeuppance. Matt Lauer is one of the names that they threw out here, and celebrities that a lot of people lost respect for. And I think the thing that really did it for him, in fact, they even kind of joked about it in that show on Apple TV that spoofs the whole thing, the morning show, was the button he had under his desk that would lock people in. You would try to get out of his office. You're like, why is the door locked?
Oh, hell no.
Right. That's crazy.
Everybody in that building would have heard me if I would have been locked in there a la Matt Lauer.
That seemed to do it for a lot of people with Matt Lauer. So
it would have got real ugly.
It's pretty funny seeing the whole social media YouTube world. This happens a lot. There's all these YouTube celebrities, and we know some of them, but there's a lot we never hear of, but they have massive followings, and there's always a fallout because they just got their fame. They're usually young, and then they make these horrific mistakes, and everything's caught on camera.
Yeah.
They're always in some kind of scandal.
Mm-hmm.
It happens a lot in that celebrity world.
Some of the other celebrities that people had mentioned on BuzzFeed's list that they had lost respect for, Ellen DeGeneres.
She's up there.
Somebody made a comment that, she made Taylor Swift cry and practically bullied her on live TV, and she treats her guests like trash.
She made Taylor Swift cry? Wait, hold on. Y'all, hold up. What is this? Can someone fact check this, please?
Suits!
She made Taylor Swift legit tear up and cry. Or is this Ellen and Taylor?
What was said?
Y'all, they're in cahoots. The celebrities know what they're doing when they go on Ellen. They know.
Yeah.
A lot of times they do. We got to look into this.
All right.
You buying this, Virginia?
I don't know. I'm real suspect of both Taylor and Ellen.
We're suspect. I wanna...
They also had cited her, I think, in an interview she'd done with Mariah Carey, where she got Mariah Carey to, talk about her twins or something like that. She had a reveal.
Y'all,
that she wasn't comfortable
these
doing.
Celebrities know they're going to be asked these questions. My gosh. The Twitter's insane.
Somebody said, Dr. Phil. I lost respect for him because he exploits people. Dr. Phil. Of course, that's what his whole show's about.
It just really is.
Ice is cold.
Chris Brown gets the mention still for the issue with Rihanna in 2009.
I'll tell you what, though, if you say comments about Chris Brown, prepared to get into a fight with people.
People will defend him.
There are certain celebrities that, like a Taylor Swift, I can already hear typing. Bird, Ellen made her cry. Shut up, you man.
Shia LaBeouf is on the list because of the FKA Twig story that had come out where he was allegedly abusive and then infected her with a sexually transmitted disease.
He's got a long rap sheet of people that don't speak highly of him.
Yeah. Other celebrities people have lost respect for include Chevy Chase because of all the stories about him just being a total big D.
Yeah.
Rebel Wilson apparently is not great. Somebody commented on BuzzFeed saying, my brother's a D-tier actor in Australia. He said she's the most unpleasant person and makes everybody treat her like an absolute diva. Oddly enough. And then people mentioned Demi Lovato.
She's a lot.
Celebrities they lost respect for. And the one that did it in was that frozen yogurt place fiasco where she called out just a regular mom and pop small business to her millions of followers or their millions of followers just because the store had sugar-free products for diabetics, vegans, and those with celiac disease.
I typically don't get. I'll still listen to music and watch, even if a celebrity annoys me. But Demi Lovato turned me off so badly with just the way she, especially with the whole yogurt thing. Yeah, I don't even like listening to her music, and I'm never usually like that.
I think she lost touch with reality. Something happened. Switch was flipped in Demi.
I just feel like you're always trying to take someone down, or always I don't know. It's just a lot.
I think she launched a couple campaigns that people had her back on. And I think she felt like, wow, okay, now I'm a social justice warrior. And maybe felt it, this is her new mission in life. This is why she was put on planet Earth. And then I think she's got away from her.
She had too many yes people around her.
That's what happens.
You need people to keep you grounded and tell you, no, Demi, this is stupid.
You get big, and you're right. You get all these people that are hanging on, and even the people that know it's wrong, they don't want to jeopardize their gig. Everyone's got to justify their paycheck.
You need somebody around you who's going to be truthful and give it to you on the real.
Mm-hmm. on the real. Okay, so there you go. It's just some of the celebrities that were mentioned on BuzzFeed. Well, I guess if you are somebody who loves Taylor Swift, you know that Ellen did make her cry. Of course, these Swifties have texted into that when we're talking about celebrities that people lost respect for.
I figured we would get some comments.
Yeah, somebody said, yes, Ellen did make Taylor Swift cry. She kept trying to deny and change the subject of her dating John Mayer. When playing this game, she didn't want to talk about who Taylor's dated, but Ellen kept driving it home. Here's some of the audio from that.
I'm going to show pictures. Here's a bell, and you ring it when. Oh my God! All right, we'll show pictures.
I don't know if I'm going to do this.
Yeah, you will.
This is the one thing that I have. It's like the one shred of dignity that I have. I don't know what I'm.
You're supposed to ring.
But I don't want to. I don't want to.
All right, I'll ring.
Because they'll send me angry emails, and I don't want to get them.
I'll hold it for you.
What are you doing to me? This is me.
Okay, all right.
This makes me feel so bad about myself. Every time I come up here, you put like a different dude up there on the screen.
Oh, okay. Well, it sounds like...
Boy,
are they both in on it, though? Are they both in on it?
I don't know. I guess people who watched it, the Swifties, feel like Ellen put Taylor in a position she didn't want to be in, and then when she was almost brought to tears, she kept pushing the subject.
I knew I shouldn't have said anything because I knew I was going to get the Swifties mad. But you know what, Virginia? This suit and ponytail made me do it.
A guy in a suit and ponytail is not afraid of Swifties.
Yeah.
He's not afraid of anything, Virginia.
That's the problem.
Can you imagine all the confessions this guy should be making right now? Oh, yeah. A lot of seedy things going on.
I'm going to get jumped in the parking lot by Swifties.
Yeah.
I got your back.
That would be hilarious if I got my ass kicked by a bunch of Swifties.
Don't be mad because I'm not jumping in right away.
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't want you to.
Well, somebody's got a video, Kevin.
I'm letting it go a little while.
Oh, you need to.
Yeah.
And make sure
Yeah.
there's video.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be very entertaining.
I'll take a punch. I'll let him just hit me.
Always looking forward to your confessions. Interesting things that you would like to get off your chest. You can send them to us anonymously, 877-979-WRMF. I especially like the ones where people make a confession. I'm like going, I've done that too. That's great. Yes, thank you.
Raise your hand if you've done it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of us probably have on some of these. Here's some of the ones that we got today and even from last week. Somebody had texted and said, yes, I use multiple email accounts to get free birthday drinks and meals throughout the entire year. That's their whole racket.
That's a lot of work.
But you can save a lot of money,
I
Virginia.
know, but it's also deceptive, and I don't like the bad karma.
Well, that's why we're confessing to it.
Okay.
Everybody's got their own thing. Nobody's perfect.
I'm sorry.
Virginia.
I don't mean to judge. It's just my nature.
I mean, let's go through some of the. Let's go through.
Can we do the Virginia confessional?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You all hear me judging over here, Kevin?
Mm-hmm. This confession says, some neighbors in my apartment building would leave their shoes out in the corridor, and it bothered me so much. So one day I put up an anonymous notice in the lobby saying that I left my shoes out, and somebody took a dump in one of them. Guess what? Nobody leaves their shoes out anymore.
What a story.
Some people, their culture does that, where they don't come in your house with shoes.
Oh, okay.
One of Rocco's friends does it. He will not come and bring shoes inside the house.
I have 3 friends. You're not. They tell you take off your shoes. They go. You can't. I think it's a cultural thing. You're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This confession says, I used to sit in an office with a printer shared with other offices. Somebody from down the hall was this massive jerk who would just always print to it. So what I'd do, I'd take the page right before he arrived to get it. He'd then look, see it wasn't there, sulk off, and then send it again, then again. Then again, then again. Then I'd put the whole pile back on the printer one time like they suddenly all came out at once. His level of frustration was unbelievable.
He deserved it. You said he was a jerk.
He's a jerk.
It's a harmless crime.
That one's okay.
Okay, we'll give you a pass on that one.
Work him over.
This confession says, I got a Ring doorbell for the sole purpose of checking to see if my neighbors are out front before leaving my house, so as I can avoid any unnecessary, uncomfortable conversations. That's the only reason they got it. They're, oh, I can't leave yet.
You can get into some awkward conversations with
man.
your neighbor, man. It can happen.
Yeah. This other person making an interesting confession here. They said, I've got a weekly Zoom call with this guy that's married to a friend of mine. So to mess with him, she'll text me a photo of what he's wearing the day of our Zoom call. So I'll go and wear something almost identical. It's been 18 months now, and he still can't figure out how we're so in tune with one another.
That's funny. What a great mind game.
We're wearing the same thing again. That's so crazy.
He hasn't figured it out.
It's 18 months.
18 months. Okay, he's dumb.
How are you doing this?
Dude, make the adjustment.
Yeah.
Dude, you know they're messing with you, right?
What's going on here? Someone else said in their confession, says, my wife loves eggs, and one day she was really pissing me off. So that night I made small holes in the remaining eggs, and I drained out the yolk. And then I put them back in the carton. And then in the morning, all I hear is her yell, "What the actual F?" from the kitchen. I ran in and acted just as amazed as she was. So I guess she's cracking the eggs and there's nothing in any of them?
I would love that because I usually don't eat the yolk.
Okay. I don't know if you could drain everything out. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, how do you get just the yolk out? That seems like a special trick.
I don't know. Maybe the whole thing came out. I don't know. Does it drain the whole egg? Someone else confessing here saying, I came home drunk one night and I took 2 Advil and then went to bed. But when I woke up the next morning, I realized I'd actually taken 2 dog worming tablets.
Oh, my.
Well, I don't know if that's the end of the world.
No, you're all right.
You got no worms now.
Yeah. Not a bad thing.
If you don't have worms, is that bad?
I don't think so,
I think
right?
it's fine. I don't know. I'm no doctor, Kevin.
Not going to kill you.
I ate worming medicine that I bought off the internet. I'm fine.
Yeah.
You also injected yourself with some weird tanning solution in your arm, and then you got on my ass about eating snacks from the vending machine.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I'm a hypocrite.
Like, lady, what are you talking about?
This confession says, my next door neighbor texted me to ask if I could check our shed for their missing cat. Well, being as lazy as I am, I responded by saying, check, not there. 2 days later, I opened the shed door and I found their cat. When I returned it, I said I found her 2 streets away.
Aww.
They then gave me a nice bottle of wine as a thanks. Sorry, Freckles.
Freckles don't know.
Nah, Freckles, don't go in the shed. Somebody confessing here, they say, I got pretty wasted at my friend's wedding, and knowing I needed food, I cut what I thought was a slice of cheese off the cheese board. It was actually their wedding cake, beautifully disguised as a cheese board. I was told later that everybody at the wedding was looking on in horror.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, don't you say something if you see a drunk guy going up there trying to cut it?
That's not entirely the drunk guy's fault.
I agree. You're right.
Let me defend the drunk guy because I feel like I see myself in him. If the cake was disguised as a piece of cheese...
Why would you do that?
That's not on him.
People are doing this? I don't get why you would do that.
They are. They're doing all kind of things at weddings, Kev. They even have a legit real cheese wheel as the
cake.
Yeah.
So then when you go cut the cheese, it's actually going to be cake?
Yeah.
Well, and vice versa. You'll cut the cheese and it's really cheese, but they've made that their cake. Just wheel on top of wheel on top of wheel, layers of cheese.
Okay.
But they're getting real clever, real cute at these weddings.
Wow.
There's cheese cakes, there's all kind of
It's not the drunk guy's fault. Do not be mad at him.
You're like, oh my God, it's a big hot dog. No, it's not. It's a cake. Oh, weddings.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
I've seen it.
Somebody else confessing here, they said, I was home from college one time and I got so wasted I threw up out my bedroom window early in the morning. Later that afternoon, as I resurfaced, I found that my mom was gone. I asked Dad where she was, and he said, oh, she had to take the cat to the vet to see why it threw up so much on the back patio. Poor cat has a vet visit just because you yak all over the patio.
Oh, that cat's pissed.
Oh, because I didn't do it. It's that guy. It's not me. Somebody said, as a child, I was terrified that somebody being ostracized meant they were slowly turning into an ostrich. Oh, you guys know that can happen? That's a thing? This person said, when I was in Colombia, a guy told me in Spanish to hand over my wallet. So being oh so clever, I told him in broken Spanish that I only spoke English. So he finished demanding the rest of my belongings in English. Okay. Yeah, keep in mind, it might be up. He thought, oh, okay, if I don't know the language, they're going to stop mugging me.
Nope, he knew English.
Yeah. Somebody else said, I always pleasure myself to Harry Styles music, and now I can't hear Watermelon Sugar without my genitals tingling.
There are some songs that go good with those type of activities.
Do you have a playlist that you want to share?
Beat it!
Me and Kevin have talked about there's a tempo. There's certain songs that have a drum beat. Like, this is a good solo song.
Oh, man.
It's all on the drum beat, Virginia.
Interesting.
Wow. Okay.
People breaking the law, ha, fighting in the nude, drunk people pooping in the street, ha, it's the whacked out news.
Yeah, what?
So many people on meth.
Oh, yeah. Whoops. Had a guy in South Dakota who made a bunch of pop brownies last week. And then apparently he got arrested because his 73-year-old mom thought they were normal brownies and shared them with all the people at her local senior center.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
All the seniors?
All the seniors start tripping balls.
If you don't know something's in your system and all of a sudden things start to happen, it's horrific.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out, like, what the heck is going on with me?
What a scene, though. Can you imagine you're at the senior center and
Crazy.
all of these old people start tripping balls?
Oh, yeah. That would be something, wouldn't it?
It's awful / comedic.
Wow.
They would think, especially if they've never done an edible or
Oh,
pot,
they'd be freaking
Yeah.
you think you're dying.
Yeah, you would.
Right. Well, this is the good news about, I guess, the marijuana family of hemp. They say there are certain compounds that can prevent COVID-19 from entering human cells. There is a pair of cannabinoid acids in cannabis sativa, the hemp, that bind to the SARS-CoV spike protein, preventing one of the critical steps in the infection process.
Huh.
How about that, huh?
Dennys!
Yeah.
You've been doing it right.
There's no way you're ever getting COVID, dude.
There's the one guy that hasn't got COVID on the show.
And it's funny that it's specific to the sativa, you know, the indica and sativa. Sativa is the only one I smoke.
So you're down with the sativa.
I mean, so, and I have no, you know, I didn't have the antibodies in my system when I got the vaccines. I just dodged COVID. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
I hate to say there might be a
few, yeah.
Dude, I can't get stung by a jellyfish. It's something about the chemistry.
Sometimes it
is
just
that a
lines
dare?
up.
Which one is sativa? Is that the one that makes you chill or hype?
A little hyper.
A little hype.
Honestly, though, personally, I can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
Smoke them all.
Yeah.
Which one do you like, indica or sativa?
Yep.
Yeah. Narrowed it down.
These guys are slippery.
Oh, yeah.
But boy, here is a really scary downside thing. This is why you probably want to get that sativa and avoid COVID, because a man is claiming that his peen shrunk by 1.5 inches due to COVID.
Here's the thing. There's all these weird claims about I have a third arm, COVID. There's a lot of wild claims about these symptoms people are having.
1.5 inches?
That's
I mean, that's game
That's
changing.
a lot.
If it's only one person, is that a symptom of COVID?
Well, there are people that are getting their own unique side effects from having COVID. And what I just keep seeing is doctors shrugging their shoulders saying, yep, I don't know. I guess it's possible. Anything's happening with this dang COVID.
I know 2 people that they started losing their hair, and their doctor said that it was a symptom of COVID.
Yeah.
There's a hair loss thing going on.
Weird stuff.
You're going to get an email from somebody, stop saying hair loss with COVID.
I've seen people on TikTok and on other social medias talk about the hair loss thing.
I'm just letting you all know what people tell me,
I've heard that out
whether
there,
it's
too.
real or not.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just telling what
I've
they're
heard it.
telling me.
Yeah.
We're allowed to say what
Yeah.
we see on social media.
You know, exactly.
Get off me.
Yeah, step off.
I'll keep doing the research with the sativa. We'll see what happens.
Do
Thank you,
it.
Dennys, for doing the work. We
Oh.
appreciate that.
We know you're not going to let up.
I'm a man of science, so I'm going to keep doing it.
He ain't no quitter.
Yeah. Yeah, urologists are saying that, yes, your member can reduce in size due to damage to blood vessels.
What?
And if the COVID is damaging any blood vessels, you could see a shrinkage. And the sad thing, doctors are saying it can't be fixed.
Jaybird.
He's down 1.5 inches and it's staying that way.
It cannot be fixed?
Forgive
That's what they
me
say.
for not believing the medical factoid in Whacked Out News, but if there's more than one person, then I'm scared. But one person, he might have probably had a small dong to begin with, and he's telling everybody, "Oh, COVID, bro."
Well, now if you do have a small dong, you got an excuse. And COVID.
Yeah, but what's the end game on that? Like, you can't sue anybody. Are you going to sue COVID?
Yeah.
Like,
You'd be shocked. People just want attention, man. I'm not saying it's
Not to
not
that.
for your small D?
You would be shocked of what people
Yeah.
want attention for.
I'm going to probably keep that one hidden. There's a 19-year-old security researcher that claims to have hacked remotely into more than 25 Teslas in 13 different countries. He says he discovered a software flaw in the company's systems, and through that, he was able to unlock doors and windows, start cars without keys, and disable their security systems. He also claimed that he can see if a driver is present in the car, turn on the vehicle's stereo sound system, and flash the headlights.
Wow.
That is one of the things about the cars that are so smart. Can those cars then be hacked? and
Hijacked,
controlled? Yeah,
basically.
And driven into walls at high speeds.
You
my
know they're going to
God.
be hacked.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
They say at least 9 people were injured in Boston when a Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority escalator suddenly stopped going up and started going down rapidly. I've seen videos like that before.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It is nuts.
Mm-hmm. And a video shows a Texas man having a giant moth pulled out of his ear.
Oh, hell no.
They say he's working in his garage and the large critter just flew right in there. Incredibly, when the doctor got the moth out, it was still alive.
Really?
Would you rather have it go deep in your ear or deep into your mouth? You swallow it.
Ear.
No, I'm going to swallow
I'm
it.
going swallow.
Yeah, I'll swallow it. More
Okay.
protein.
Okay, ear or rear?
What am I doing so bent over and pantsless in the garage?
And how cavernous is my rear if a moth can fly up it? I mean, what? I need to check myself.
You need to get your drawstring tightened.
Yeah. I mean, come on. That's crazy. I got to say congrats to a 12-year-old Nicholas Fano of Palm City. He just caught I'm going to butcher the names. I don't know fishing, but a Jack Crevalle.
I saw the pictures.
58 pounds, 8 ounces.
Yes, this is the kid that had that big giant fish. It's been all over Facebook.
Okay, yeah, he broke 2 fishing world records as a result.
Good for him.
So congratulations to Nicholas of Palm City for that. So what made you walk out on a first date? It's that bad that you're just like, I gotta go. This clearly is a waste of my time, and you are so offensive. I cannot be with you. There's some great answers on the KVJ Show Facebook page last night. We posted this question of where it got so bad. Peace. Josh said, yeah, when I went to pick her up, she introduced me to her 3-year-old son as Dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You gotta be
She
kidding
went to
me.
pick her up. I was like, peace. Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
How could you be so tone deaf?
Yeah, that's really just what's amazing, and it's stunning when you meet somebody that truly is that far off the meter. Harrison said when I was polite to the waitress, she screamed at me, "Would you rather be on a date with her?"
Check,
That
please.
is awesome.
Check, please.
Oh, psycho.
Wow. Carlos said, what made you walk out of a first date? He said, yeah, she told me halfway through dinner that she was going to the bathroom to take her fake 2 front teeth out. Why would you take that out, I wonder?
Why would you say that on a first date?
Guess you're unaware? I don't even know why you would.
You think I agree with you, Virginia. People get weird, dog. I'm just telling. People are weird. People say things. Some people are very comfortable just giving details out.
Bird knows people are weird.
Yes.
He knows.
He's their leader.
Yeah. I had Britt said, yeah, what made me walk out? He blew his nose into the cloth napkin at the table and then set it down right next to his plate. Ugh. Okay. Brianna said, on a first date, I yawned and he stuck his finger in my mouth and said, poke ya? Yeah. That was it. LOL, I got up.
I had a buddy. He was on a first date. It was a one and done. The girl was eating corn, a big old thing of corn, and she had corn.
Was it on the cob?
Yeah, it was on the
It's
cob.
a bold move.
It's a bold, but terrible first date item.
Yeah.
And she eating and she gets all the corn stuck in her teeth. So she goes in her purse and takes out a business card. And at the table, as they're talking, she's picking her teeth with the corner of the business card.
That's kind of
She better be so hot.
That's
There wasn't a date too.
No. What made you walk out of a first date? Rebecca said, when he asked me before being seated at dinner if this restaurant was going to get him laid. I sat down at our table and I left right out the back door. Thanks to the hostess who heard the conversation. She's like, you need to leave. I'm like, yeah.
It's such a sleazy, bold statement.
Yeah, you're again, tone deaf.
Melissa said my date referred to his private part as a little monster.
You gotta be careful.
On the first date, you're referencing your D?
First date, he did, and she got up and left.
You gotta be careful with the guy who's always bragging and naming his dong. Here's my boy Thor. He lays the hammer down. Beware of that guy.
Janessa said on a first date, he tried to touch me inappropriately, and then when I moved his hand away, he called me rude.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that was rude.
She's rude.
How dare you?
These are funny, man.
There's some great answers people put up there last night. Shelby said he ordered a pitcher of beer, and the waitress is like, 2 mugs? He's like, nope, just 1.
What's the problem?
Well, at least order another pitcher for your date. Be in this thing together.
No, we're just going to have 1. It's just for me. She can get her own.
I don't hate that.
Emily said, why'd you walk out on a first date? He cried in the bar because they were playing Kobe Bryant's news about his passing. He then proceeded to get extremely drunk, and then he started sweating. So he was taking the bar napkins to sop himself up, but he didn't realize he was leaving pieces of napkin all over his forehead.
Oh, bless his heart.
By the time we got to the movie, he falls asleep, kicks his shoes off, and starts snoring loudly. I just left.
Oh, that's a rough go. Only thing missing was him farting while he was sleeping.
Oh, what a night.
She just left.
What a night.
Sometimes you just got to know when to fold them, my
I
friend.
just got to go.
You saw a glimpse into your future, and you were like,
What do you tell that guy when he goes, hey, what happened? Where did you go? I don't know, man. Everything you did tonight was wrong.
Stephanie said, I walked out on a first date one time. He showed up to Funky Buddha and immediately tells me that he was so nervous about our date that he took 2 oxy pills. Well, then he washes those down with a few beers. And as he's slurring his speech, he starts to try smoking right there in Funky Buddha.
Oh.
I said, look, I'm not sure I'm feeling this. So I just got up and left. And then when I wake up in the morning, there's 30 texts of him cursing me out.
She had to have met that guy from an app.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's a dating app.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
Kathleen said, I wonder why his nickname was Lizard Boy. And I found out. Apparently he had lizards roaming free all throughout his house. Game over.
Deal breaker. Is that a deal breaker for you? If Panda was all into lizards, does that not make it another week?
That doesn't make a second date. Free roaming lizards all over your apartment?
It sounds like he volunteered. You know, they call me Lizard Boy. And you're like, do I want to know? Do I want to know? Why?
This he's gone all in on lizard. The whole persona, he's full in on the lizard life.
You know what? Then he needs to go to find like a lizard lover. There's girls out there that love lizards.
Yeah, lizardlovers.com.
I'm not your girl. Most girls are going to be skeeved the hell out if you have loose, free-range lizards in your living room.
Okay,
you can have lizards.
Fair.
It's the I'm a lizard guy. They're roaming free. It's my thing.
Yeah.
You can have lizards. You just got to contain it.
They need to be your pets, not your roommates.
Exactly. Your friends.
They're not your friends.
They're your clique, dude.
Put them in an aquarium like a normal person.
Brad said he walked out on a first date because she had excessive flatulence, and then she said to me, "Can you smell that?"
I mean, what are we? You gotta. That's a rain delay. You gotta call that one in. You do not go on that date.
You got to get some Beano. You got to know ahead of time. You cannot go on your date farting.
Because I feel like she probably had some of that going on before that. She knew.
She knew, but she was excited about the date and she didn't want to cancel. But you got to get your farting under control. And if you can't, you got to cancel.
You got to cancel.
Kim says she walked out on a first date because her date was trash talking the Florida Panthers. Said, you know, you're only one of 2 fans, right? Look, dude, I've loved the Panthers for 16 years no matter how they're doing, so I walked out. F that guy, go Panthers.
Here's what happens sometimes. That's a form of flirting that some people do.
Okay.
Let me tear you down, or let me annoy you, or poke you, or let me say something that gets you all riled up, because I love to make people all riled up. Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
That's their way of flirting. It doesn't jive with a lot of people.
Right.
If you're not that kind of person, you just think they're being a jerk to you.
It's exhausting.
If someone's always zinging you, that's not fun.
And by
Virginia.
the way, Kim, I've got a guy for you. His name's Kodak Black. He loves the Florida Panthers, and you're going to have a very interesting time when you go to a game with him. Just look at the video.
But you better be a 10, because that girl was hot.
How can you tell?
Kodak Black don't play. That girl was hot. I could see her face.
You can?
Yeah. The close-up video, that girl was smoking hot.
I thought I got real close up. I might have to get a little closer then.
You weren't looking at her face.
Yeah. Well, we heard about what not to do on a first date, especially if you care about getting the second. There are apparently 5 rules AskMen.com will tell you that you need to follow if you actually want to get a second date. Now, this is advice for the guys. Virginia can tell me, do you agree with these 5 rules they have?
First rule, don't take 2 oxys.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. Bad idea.
Dude,
Not a good way to start.
come on.
Well, I love that story because he took 2 oxys and then shoved it down with beers. That guy was a mess.
Yes. And then as soon as he said he took 2 oxys before your first date, that's when you say, you know what? This is not going to work out. I want to get to know you.
That is a bold thing. Right off the bat, you tell your date, hey, I'm on 2 oxys because I was nervous. No, you're on 2 oxys because you wanted to get high.
Yeah, you're on 2 oxys because you're a pillhead.
And then you were probably fishing to see if, you got oxys. Yeah, I see what you're doing.
probably fishing to see if she's into oxys too. Ay. Bye. I'm out.
So rule number 1, according to AskMen.com, is to ask her questions. Shows your interest. Great way to start. Don't make it all about you. Ask about her. People like to talk about themselves.
It's kind of a good thing to practice just in
It
life.
is, across the board, no doubt. 2, be nice to other people. This shows you're not an a-hole. One of the biggest missteps people do is they're mean and nasty to wait service. And a lot of times, the ladies will notice.
Okay, but let's say you're not nice. If you're not a nice person, is it better just to be you and not nice, or should you fake being nice and then you find out they're horrible later on down the line?
Well, you should try to figure out why you're an a-hole and then maybe
They
try to
won't.
make a change.
You won't.
You shouldn't be dating. You should
Agreed.
go work on yourself because you are unhappy and there's something wrong with you.
Hundo P, Virginia. Hundo P.
Rule number 3, according to Ask Men, they say pick up the tab. This shows your generosity and that you're into her. And there were some comments on that where the first date went sour on our Facebook last night. And I saw several comments where the guy tried to make a statement saying, well, you're so independent these days. Why don't you pick up the...
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
You do it all wrong. And yeah, if you want to go, equal rights, and we're going to pay, we want a men's night, have fun dying on that hill. It's going to be you and a bunch of probably...
Other douches that aren't getting their penis touched.
Exactly. Yeah, all right.
You can all sit around and help each other out.
There's some things in life you just got to, all right, this is the way it is.
And the 5 rules to getting a second date, rule number 4, they say go in for a kiss. It shows you're not getting put into the friend zone. Now, don't kiss too long. Could send a signal that you're some kind of player or you get too hot and heavy too soon. But do go in for a kiss to at least establish that there is romantic interest.
Yeah,
but wait to the end of the night.
Agreed. And
Don't do that when you first start talking.
Yeah, and I think you always feel the situation out too. But even make sure you're not staying in that friend zone. Compliment the person you're with. Let them know that you're interested in them if you are. And then if you're, I like the move of walking to the door with a little kiss on the cheek.
Yeah.
For the first date.
Okay.
Show me on Kevin. How would you do it?
Come on, big guy.
I'm going to show you what we do on the second date on Kevin.
Oh, yeah. Pants off then?
No pants dance.
Yeah. Rule number 5. How do you feel about this one? Ask Men says to follow the 2-day rule when hitting them up again. it shows, one, that you have other things going on in your life, but you do not want to wait longer than 2 days. So they say 2 days is the rule.
Here's the thing about all these lists. Every situation is going to be different. You have to go on feel. There are situations where, you might want to appear to be a little bit busier. There's sometimes you have a connection or chemistry with somebody. I don't think you have to wait 2 days. If it's there, baby, it's there.
And nothing wrong with saying, I had a great time last night. Let's do it again next week.
Yeah, because if
you don't want to be like too available.
If you can't handle me following up, then we're not meant to be, and that's all good. That's dating. It's part of it.
Yeah, that is the one that I'm not sure that I completely buy into, and I don't know. Do other people agree? Is it good to wait 2 days, or just, hey, you could text me that night and be like, hey, thanks, I had a great time. I'd love to see you again.
It feels like games.
It does. Every situation is different. The older you get, you want to eliminate games. So I think it depends on what you're going for, too.
Okay.
If you're young, play them games.
That's
If you're dealing with an old dog like my friend Bird over here, he don't like games.
Real old.
Move. All right. Gotta say, I'm pretty excited by the news that Red Notice, that Netflix movie that has The Rock, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds in it, is going to be getting 2 sequels. And they're going to film them back to back so that they can be released relatively close to one another. Everybody was telling me to watch that, and during the break I did, and it's very unrealistic, but it's funny and it's cute, and you like it. It was a good ride. It's one of those kind of movies. So it was well worth it. So I was kind of excited to do that. So I'm sure that makes The Rock happy. What won't make The Rock happy is the fact that he did not finish as high as he would like in this very controversial poll of the hottest bald men of all time. In fact, if you look at the list that they had here, he's just cracking into the top 10 at number 9 with 2.6 million votes. In this poll, and I thought it was kind of ridiculous because I would think he deserves to be higher than number 9.
Yeah.
Now,
yes.
I would think so.
Why am I the one getting mad and not you, Virginia? Come on, where's the passion?
I'm thinking about it.
Okay, well, let me tell you who else is on this, and you can tell me where you would put this. I just feel like this whole list needs to be rearranged.
Okay.
They put Vin Diesel at 10.
Uh-oh. Mama does not like Vin Diesel.
I'm sorry. I don't think that man is sexy. I don't see it.
Okay.
A lot nicer than normal. She usually goes really in on Vin Diesel. She tears him down as a man.
Oh, I know, yeah. You would think that'd be where she is here.
Do chicks really, do they find Vin Diesel, the chat room, do the chicks in the chat room or the men, whoever, find Vin Diesel hot?
They must, but I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I know you don't. She borderline hates Vin Diesel. She hates him because she doesn't like the way he looks.
He's not a sex symbol. Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Don't make it happen.
I just don't get it.
At number 8, they have Bruce Willis. In the survey done here,
that's more Mama speed.
I will take 10 Bruce Willises over Vin Diesel. Yes, all day.
Okay.
Bruce Willis, let's go.
I think Bruce Willis, he's got a sex appeal. The it factor for ladies. I think they like the persona, maybe.
Definitely.
Would you put Bruce Willis ahead of The Rock?
I think The Rock's a good-looking dude, man.
I do too.
To me, The Rock should be top 3.
I love The Rock's personality and his charm.
Amazing body, charisma. I think he's a good-looking man.
I don't love his body. I think he's too big. I like his personality more than his body. That's too much for me.
What kind of body you want?
I mean, I prefer a Bruce Willis body over a Rock body.
Okay, so old.
I mean, just more svelte than, he looks like he's the Michelin Man.
You want to break your arm hugging somebody.
Right, he's too big.
They rank John Travolta as the 7th hottest bald man of all time.
Get out of here with that
Yeah,
noise.
he looks better with hair. I've seen him without, but He looks better when he has his hair pieces on.
I mean, he looked better when he was 25.
Well, don't we all, Virginia? I mean,
Yeah.
damn, you're going in so hard on these
No,
people.
Bruce Willis has aged into hotness more.
Some people can't help it.
Sorry, John Travolta, you did not.
People are so mean when it comes to aging. How dare you age?
Well, some of us go great, some of us don't.
I know.
Floyd Mayweather is number 6.
He's looking good.
He does
Yeah.
look good.
Michael Jordan, number 5.
How's Jordan look? I haven't seen Michael Jordan recently.
He still looks fine. He still looks great, and he's been bald most of his career. Only early in his career did he have hair.
He looks great. I saw that documentary he was in. Yeah, he looks great.
Yeah, Last Stand or whatever it is. Pitbull they have at number 4.
He's never been my flavor.
Pitbull. Look, I love the 305.
Yeah.
I got much love for
But
Miami.
the hottest bald man of all time, Pitbull, number 4.
Top 5, y'all.
Okay.
Ain't nothing about the Mr. 305.
Jason Statham, they put at 3.
Chicks like him. I thought the accent doesn't hurt.
That guy's in a different league.
Yeah.
But he's also really young, right? Isn't he still pretty young?
He's in his 40s.
Yeah, he's not up there like your John Travoltas.
Young? I think he's older than me. He might be. Hold on. How old?
He is older than you.
Is he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he looks good.
You know she don't know about movies.
I don't know.
She probably saw a movie 20 years ago. Oh, yeah. He's the same age.
He's delicious.
They put Mike Tyson at number 2.
Get out of here.
Doesn't he still have a face tat?
They did not get it removed.
Yeah.
That's rough, man.
Right.
Number 2, get out of here.
Well, I agree. I mean, you're talking about the hottest bald man of all time, and you put Mike Tyson in number 2. If you hate that one, you're going to hate who cosmetic surgery specialist Longevit put at number 1. Prince William.
What?
Okay.
Prince William?
Hottest bald man of all time. Not a chance.
Not a chance.
No.
No.
Damn, Jason Statham is 10 years older than me. He's 54.
Oh, wow. He's in his 50s. Okay.
He don't look
And
it.
I look older than him.
He looks like he's a
Wow.
snack.
That's impressive. I thought he's only in his 40s. 50,
My man,
54, you
he's
said?
10 years. Oh, yeah, he's laughed, y'all. He's older than you. You guys would be in middle school, and you guys would be in middle school while he was a senior.
Okay.
I don't know, fuzzy math.
Thanks for the
Stand by
effort.
I do not stand by that.
Okay, is there somebody in their top 10 that should be number 1 other than Prince William? Is it Jason Statham? Should he be the number 1? Is there somebody else that we're missing on here?
In question, are we allowed to bring back the dead people? Well, Telly Savalas.
It's hottest bald man of all time.
Yeah, okay. We should. Let's get the old dogs in there.
Telly Savalas. I'm not sure if many people under 50 are going to know that one.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's a terrible example, Bird.
Yeah.
How about Dr. Phil? Got to throw him in there.
I would put him in the same category with Prince William.
We're trying to have a intelligent conversation.
Well, some of these guys on there, I don't know if I'm that wrong to put a Dr. Filthy on the list.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if you're putting Travolta.
Yeah. All right, who is not on the list that belongs on it, or who would you put overall at number 1? I mean, we can all say, right? Prince William? Come on. Ain't a chance.
That number
Prince
1.
William is a joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like the right way to go. So you got a better answer. It wouldn't be that hard to do. Just let us know. You can't expect to have any kind of credibility when you say Prince William is the hottest bald man of all time. It was a survey that was done, had to be done in England, because he more than doubled who was number 2, which is Mike Tyson. I don't agree with that. Prince William got 17.6 million votes. Mike Tyson got 8.8. Jason Statham, 7.4.
Me and Virginia were getting mad during that song that was just playing because we rattled off 4 guys that are they blow everyone out the water on that list. That list made people pissed.
I started Googling and I'm like, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's I mean a ton. If you look at a more credible list, in fact, I'll tell you, the one thing, because I'm always paying attention to people's hair, and if they're rocking the bald thing, saying, okay, if I ever had to go that route, the one thing I noticed, there are a lot of black guys that look really good bald. In fact, if you look down the list, Tyrese Gibson, Tyson Beckford, Ty Diggs, Common, Shamar Moore.
Oh, Shamar Moore is, of all the ones you just named, he is unbelievably next level hot.
Can we get some love for Jason Taylor? That cat's a good looking
absolutely,
dude.
yeah. But it seems like the darker pigment seems to work better with the bald. I'm like,
Remember-
gosh, I'm pale and bald.
Remember when Billy Zane was bald?
He still is.
Oh my
Yeah, right,
gosh. I think he looks good bald.
He's got those dark features you like.
Yes.
He's got that mysterious
You
look.
there is kind of a thing, trust me, I've studied it, that you need to have. Guys that have bigger eyebrows or you have glasses or a beard or something like that, there's a lot of stuff you can do that if you're going to be bald, they all seem to go well and help you out.
Let me ask you this, because you've dabbled in the bald community.
Yeah, big time.
Do legit bald people look down on people who shave their head to cultivate a balding look? Do you not consider them in the bald community? Because they're doing it just to be fashionable. The legit bald, you can't help that. That's nature.
Yeah.
Does the guy that has a full head of hair but still gives that bald look, do you respect that guy? Is he part of the community?
I think so. I think if you don't have hair, you're bald. Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
I've heard other bald people talk.
And
about-
what do they say? They don't-
They don't look at them as real bald people. They're posers. They're bald posers.
Because if you're bald, it's because you have no choice. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
you
bald-
should be that way.
Dudes that lose their hair, they're in a community. It's a fraternity. They're oh man, when did you lose your hair? 18. I lost it at 22. I've heard these guys talk before. I've seen it happen at parties. They connect. It's like people who have ponytails.
Right. Okay.
Just you
Because it's like
connect with
you're
that.
because we're in a club where we want misery loves company.
Yeah, if I was at a ponytail party and some dude walked in with a fake ass ponytail, he's not part of the ponytail community, you guys.
You gonna call him out at the party?
Yeah.
Poser!
Yeah.
Start yelling and pointing.
Other people were throwing out LL Cool J.
Yes.
Absolutely. Terry Crews. But, again, a lot of these, trust me, I've studied, so I'm like, okay, so if I ever bald, what do I need to be? I'm like, okay, maybe glasses would help. I need bigger eyebrows. I need to be black. All these kind of things. I'm like,
Some of those are going to be easier to attain than others.
right. I've noticed that. I'm like, some of them, I'm like, I don't know what I can do about that.
I've been saying this for many years, and you've never, ever indulged me.
There's going to be an insult coming. I'm just warning you.
It's not an insult.
Yeah.
You could use a brow tint. Because half your brow is dark
Yeah.
and the other half is light. If you had a brow tint, it would make your brows pop so nice.
What's wrong with Kevin's eyebrows?
Half of them are blonde and half
They
of it.
disappear.
Each eyebrow, it's weird. It's like halfway on the brow. It's blonde at the end.
But it's not insulting, though, right? It's weird. You have weird eyebrows. It's not insulting.
Let me get you a brow tint.
How long does that last, though?
A brow tint will last you probably about, I say 6 weeks.
They see that's just too much maintenance. Yeah, that's a lot of time.
You said
Every 6 weeks you're going in for
What
a
if I
procedure
have
to
somebody
get that
come
done.
here and do it?
Oh, Virginia, I'm not.
Why do you always gotta make people? Why are you always trying to make somebody they're not?
I just want to see what it would look like.
Kevin, you look beautiful.
Yeah, they
with
can do one, but yeah, that's the thing about the long-term reality of it.
You don't want to do the maintenance.
It's just, it would get taxing. It would be tough to be like,
Well,
my
I'll
6
do
weeks
it.
is up. I got to do
I'll
it.
do all the maintenance for you.
Yeah, I remember the last time I trusted you with something on my body. Remember you almost burnt my nipple off with that nair?
I'm sorry about that. I left it on too long.
Kevin, I think you look perfect with your oddly shaped, weird-looking eyebrows.
Thank you.
I think
Thank
you look great, kid.
Yeah. Some of us just got to say, you know what? I'm not a model.
Yeah, and that's okay.
That's just kind of where I am in life. Well, as we're debating the sexiest bald man of all time, I look down to see this. It says, people who are obsessed with celebrities tend to score lower on measures of cognitive ability. Whoops.
Shut up.
Look, I've been trying to get rid of the dirt of the day, remember? Oh, never mind. Did I say that aloud?
Zombie dirt of the day is going to get you and eat your brains.
Oh, zombie dirt of the day is bigger, badder, and stronger than ever.
Zombie dirt of the day had a great Drake story today, so step off.
Yeah.
That was an awesome story.
Yeah, expect for Drake's hot sauce to be coming out soon.
Also, stop sending me emails about how I tried to assassinate the dirt of the day. I did not.
Yeah.
Or did I?
Being painted with that brush.
Someone is protesting too much.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, Bert, unfortunately, has been a little source of misinformation here lately. He just typed into the chat room that I'm bald.
What the hell?
I was trying to because someone said Kevin is completely bald. I've never seen Kevin without his hair. But then,
So Jason wanted to clarify the situation, so he types into the chat room, Kevin is bald.
and I did it so quick, it wasn't even the right forum. I was responding to a text message, so I sent it to the YouTube thread. So I'd just be going on there, Kevin is bald, guys.
You're just talking trash.
Yeah.
Just random trash talking.
That's my
Kevin.
spokes guy.
And then I had to quickly, no, Kevin is not completely bald. I was trying to defend him.
Yeah, that's our legal team.
I want to, I
that's
defend you
funny.
to guilt.
RJ want to know, hey, can't Hair Club do Kevin's brows? I think they do actually do that. I think they do some stuff with it.
I have a brow specialist, and here's what I would say about that.
Yeah.
Let Hair Club do your hair.
Yeah.
Let the brow specialist tint your brows because she is really good at what she does.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie,
it.
though, because I love getting involved.
Yeah.
I'd like a crack at them brows. I'd like
No.
to color them babies.
No.
Color them in.
You can actually mess up your
Not
brows.
the Kevin is bald guy.
Come on, man, give me a shot.
You're done. You've done enough damage today.
Oh, man, you won't let me?
I'm going to call Connie.
Okay.
Connie's going to come in here and work your brow and just tint it.
Okay. It'd be a fun experiment.
Ooh,
See
I
what
think
it
it's
looks
going to
like.
look good.
Okay. We got the After the Show podcast going to be coming up. You can watch it live on YouTube, anytime on demand. It's going to be there, or on any podcast app, including our free 97.9 WRMF app. Bird, wrap it up here with your thought for the day.
It's only after we've lost everything that we're free to do anything. Yeah, let it marinate. Let it cook.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Kill the dirt.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.